true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you Radio Biafra live broadcast by the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The morning broadcast, live, and direct, on the 8th day of April, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran restoration websites at www.ipob.org, and RadioBiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org, to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song.
Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are. On this very planet we call Earth this very morning. Today is the 8th day of April in the year of our Lord 2015, with the time now standing at very close to 8 minutes past 8 a.m. in the morning. Here in Biafra land, we are live and we are direct. And it is my presumption that the whole of humanity is listening. Therefore, I will not fail to welcome each and every one of you, irrespective of where you are, from Bolivia to Burkina Faso. It doesn't matter if you're in Canada. It does not matter at all if you are in Kuala Lumpur. Where you are is irrelevant. As long as you have access to the internet, as long as you have access to satellite, as long as you are listening via CHK 97.6 across Biafra land or CHK 88.0 if you are in Port Harcourt, Iguacha we call it, that's the original name, then you must be partaking this very morning in this very wonderful offering. Here we hold a service to the honor and glory of Chukwu Abiyama, because here we just don't broadcast, we preach the gospel of heaven. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Unlike any other, Radio Biafra is listened to in more countries around the world than any other radio station. Perhaps you didn't hear what I said. Radio Biafra is listened to in more countries than the BBC. That is how formidable we are. All over the world, wherever you have Biafrans, there are people listening at this very moment. That confirms our reach, and that goes to inform our enemies as to how extensive our network is. Assuming they haven't grasped that yet. We tell you what we are going to do before we do it, so that when we do it, it doesn't come as any surprise. We don't need to surprise anybody. We tell you what we are going to do, then we proceed to do it. And there is nothing we have said we are going to do that we have not done. That is the difference between those that tell the truth and those that live in darkness and in lies. This is Radio Biafra, your radio station, the one you fund, the one you contribute to. It is the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world that fund the activities of Radio Biafra. Not any politician. We don't need them. We are comfortable enough how we are. We are not greedy. We are not asking anybody for anything at all. There are IPOB families all over the world. Anything we want, they provide. That we may remain incorruptible. That we may not know anything at all that will taint the honor and the glory we offer to Chukwu Abiam. Anything that will make us hypocritical, anything at all that will remove us from this very path we have chosen, anything that could possibly divert our attention, anything at all that could maybe make us to slacken, to retreat, or to surrender. We jettison it. We have dedicated ourselves, mind, body, and soul, to the service of our country, and in that very process worship heaven. As a result, because anytime we congregate to preach this very gospel, even the angels of heaven rejoice. Chukwu Abiama himself is very happy, because we are telling humanity about his existence, about his grace, his magnificence, and his mercy. And for that, he will always abide with us. That is why this morning will not be an exception. As you listen via CHK 97.6, as you also listen via, if you know more here, CHK 97.5. Omuahia is CHK 97.5. That is how they receive it in Omuahia, please. CHK, if you have anyone in Omuahia, tell them to go to CHK 97.5, Biafra FM, in Igwocha 88.0, that's Port Harcourt. Just look or tune along that very spectrum of 96. Start from 97.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, even to 0.7. You'll be able to get us. And once you hear Radio Biafra, it is unmistakable. Our style, our format is uniquely developed to serve the Biafra restoration interest. We have not copied anybody else. Ours is unique. Ours is exceptional because we are exceptional people. We are descended from heaven, the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiama. And that is why even the impossible becomes possible anytime IPOB addresses an issue. There is nothing we cannot do. I welcome you once again, and I ask you to go out and welcome other people, because if you don't tell people about Radio Biafra and the work we are doing, it becomes very difficult to continue to propagate this very message to as many people as possible. And why is that? It's because your enemies will not talk about you. They are afraid of Radio Biafra. They know that once they give Radio Biafra the needed publicity, they will go out of business. Nobody will listen to any other thing or rely on any other news source apart from Radio Biafra. Only those who are born by Awasa Fulani. The people fathered by Yoruba people who are cowards to the core. They are the only ones who may not grasp the essence of this very message, the essence of this very gospel, the renewal of the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth, the coming of liberty, the coming of freedom, the entrenchment of justice and fairness. This is the place where truth will once again reign supreme, because truth is life. On this very land, on this very space that Chukwu Abiama ordained, on this very place that he alone determined that his children should reside. Only Chukwu Abiyama has the final say in this. And our faith, our trust, our belief in the Almighty is supreme, because we worship no other God apart from Chukwu Abiyama. Anyana Hefarosi. We don't worship man. I repeat, we do not worship man. We only worship Chukwu Abiyama in heaven, not man. Why do we do that? Because he commanded us to. His words never ever change from generation to generation. His words do not change. White people try to change the word of God. His words never ever change. He never asked you to worship man. He said, I am the Lord your God, the Lord of hosts. You only worship me and bow before me and nothing else. If you do worship anything else, I will destroy you. And that is why you're being destroyed. That is why Oba Akiolu is threatening you. A coward, a wretched coward is threatening the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama. Because you don't know God. You think you do. You worship idol, Arose, and claim you are worshiping Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. I don't know why I'm led to actually preach this very gospel this morning. You are worshiping idol, Arose Kurunefe. You worship idol, Arose Kobo. You don't bow before any other thing apart from the throne of heaven. None whatsoever. Chukwu Abiyama himself told Moses to tell you, I am the Lord your God. I am jealous. Do you know the meaning of jealousy? Would you want anybody to share your wife or your husband? I'm asking you a simple question. Do you want anybody to share your wife with you or your husband? What is the answer to that question? Then why should you divide the glory that belongs to Chukwu Abiyama? When he warned you, do not, I am jealous. It doesn't matter what it is. I am you don't hear, you don't understand. You follow idol worshippers and you worship idol. Here we don't mince words, we don't pamper it. If you have a counter view, you present it. Because without Chukwu Abiyama, there will be no Biafra. If you like, go and try and see. Without Chukwu Abiyama, you don't know nefu. Obroma Jehovah tego obodo. Nefu kandi nche na amuanya. Obroma Jehovah ugulo. Nefu kandi ne ugula ndobu hana. People don't understand. They say they read the scripture, they can't understand nothing. They don't know anything. Yoruba sound you see. The Lord of hosts is Chukwu Abiyama. Nobody else. Nobody else. Everything else is Arose Kobo. Idol worship. I say that to you. Categorically. There was a preacher that said that all that glitters is not gold. If you think that because of the skyscrapers that adorn the Manhattan skyline, if you think that because of tablets or mobile phones that you can worship the gods of the white people, then you are mistaken. You are very, very wrong. You are Chukwu Abiyama's children. You worship him. That is what he commanded you to do. He went as far as saying that instead of his words not to come to pass, heaven and earth will pass away. Do you know what that means? That his words never ever change. Man can change it, but his words never change. And that is why we are phenomenally successful. If you want to know why doors open for IPOB, it is because we discovered the truth. What is that truth? That you will have no other God before him. Try it and you will see what will happen to you. Your life will change. Do you know people listen to Radio Biafra and they become healed in the process? Are you aware of that? You don't know. Because we are not Yoruba pastors. If you want us to play the testimony, we'll play it for you. People listen here and they are healed by just accepting the truth. Ezioku only. Because we said to Chukwu Abiyama, we want your miracle to come in our time. It will be the last miracle you have to do, maybe. But use Biafra as a miracle. Not to convince doubting Thomases, but to remind mankind that you are creation. Okay. In case you don't know what creation is. In Igbo language is okike. Therefore, Chukwu Abiyama, this morning will not be an exception. We praise you. We praise you and we praise you. Those who don't know who we are, those who don't know who they are, may be wondering what on earth are they doing. And we say to them, you don't understand the things of the Spirit because we were conceived in Spirit. We were forged in this very knowledge, in the understanding that light always defeats darkness. And we represent the light. We are the children of light. That is why there is no other place on this very earth where they answer Anyanwu as a name. Where they answer Ihe. Light, light. Very special. Very, very special. We bring light where there is darkness. What Radio Biafra is doing and IPOB families all over the world is exactly the same thing. Bringing light where once there was darkness. That is our job. Darkness will not like it. It may grumble. But in the end, we prevail. Light always prevails. Truth always endures forever. Lies is only but fleeting, comes and goes. As I told you before, when they were lying to you, I told you that these lies will not stand. Over time, and it never stood. That is why we are exceptional, because of our knowledge of the Most High God Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. This morning, He will accept all our praise, our thanks, our offering, our sacrifice through what we do here in His name. Because if Biafra doesn't come, then they will say, but they have been calling Chukwu Abiyama, then nothing happened. That is why the grace of heaven is locked into what we are doing. He will not allow shame to befall His name. And because of that, Biafra will come. It is not, you see the way we do things here. Chukwu Abiyama can't allow His name. These people shouting His name all the time, praising Him in truth and honesty. I won't allow shame to befall them. Not because they're anything special. Of course they are my children, but because I will not allow my name to be rubbished in vain. For the sake of your name, Chukwu Abiyama, you will give us Biafra under our watch. That's all we ask for. That we may go out and say to the world, didn't we tell you that? That our God is Chukwu Abiyama. Our praise, you will accept our thanks. Everything that we are today, tomorrow, and will be forever. Not through any strength of ours, but by through your grace and your magnificence. You are holy. You are wonderful. We adore, we exalt thee now and forever. He said, we will go on this very morning to present our news headlines and accompany the summary, of course, and then open our lines. I wish the barrister can join me. And as soon as the barrister can, I will not hesitate one tiny bit to bring the very eminent barrister to your attention. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very world that we live in. The commander of all her forces, absolute, I hasten to add. The final say rests here. Of all the armies of Biafra, it doesn't matter the group they're in. It rests here, on this very table. We issue command and is obeyed. If we say there will not be any election, there will not be any election. Also, the director of Radio Biafra, and by the very special grace of the same Chukwu Abiyama I call upon all the time, I will remain a faithful and loyal servant of the wonderful people of Biafra all the days of my life. We do nothing else. to pursue Biafra and give glory to heaven. That's all we do, in truth and honesty. How many of you can say that? In truth and honesty. Chukwuabiama is in heaven and he's watching. Even those who are hypocrites, Chukwuabiama is watching. But if your hands are clean and your conscience very clear, as ours will always be, then heaven will have no choice than to bless us. That's all. It's a very simple trick. You too can play it. Be honest, be sincere, do not be a hypocrite. Be without fear before your enemies. Speak the truth all the time, even if it leads to your death. Recognize that Chukwuabiama in heaven is God. Help those who cannot help themselves. And you do all these things that Chukwuabiama may love thee. A very simple oath, isn't it? This is Radio Biafra. I will now proceed to present our news headlines and accompanying news summary. But before I do so, of course, I must acquaint you with the numbers with which you can get hold of us this very morning. All of you that volunteered as journalists, the ones they had dedicated Army Corps that we are setting up, a very new one. These are those that are going never to come back. We are setting up an army, those that will go and not come back. Those of you who are alive will celebrate them. Those willing and prepared to die for Biafra. I didn't just say to be a soldier, to go and die for your country, to die for something honorable. We are assembling them. We're intelligent people. If Boko Haram can give the zoo problem, imagine what we can do to them. We are Biafrans, for goodness sake. I said intelligent people. If ordinary cattle headers can give them grief, how about intelligent people from Biafra? This is 2015, not 1967. The world has moved on, and we have come prepared. I told you before. Some of you don't quite understand what I'm saying. Do you know that Buhari, the terrorist elect, was once a cattle header? Do you know that as a boy, Buhari na Chinnama? Do you know that? Some of people say, oh, you're just saying it now because you're on Radio Biafra, you're just saying it. You don't like Buhari. Go and ask the Awusa son at Douglas House. Aboki, Malam Rocha Sokorocha, go and ask him. Go and ask Okora Awusa. Ask Buhari if he can be honest with himself. A man without certificate. Americans ignored a man who is not qualified. They asked him, please present your certificate, and there was none. Yet he was allowed to run. No certificate, but he was allowed to run for office. It is such sheer brazen hypocrisy I fail to tolerate. Buhari was a cattle header. On Achinama, go and ask him, he will tell you. Anything we say on Radio Biafra is gospel. Buhari was a cattle rearer, a cattle header. Today, he is presiding over the affairs of the children of the Most High God, Chukwuabiama. Presiding over the children of heaven as their president. How indeed has the mighty fallen. Onye and the Nama was for that matter. How many of you have seen a Igbo before? Have you seen Igbo cow before? No, you have not. Because you are blind. You cannot see. I want all of you I want to give you an assignment this very morning. I want you to go and investigate and tell me what you think Ehi Igbo looks like. Igbo cow is called. Look at Ehi Igbo and Ehi Awasa, you will see the difference. Look at Ehu, goat, from Biafra land and goat from Hausa land, you will see the difference. There is no way that Chukwu Abiyama haven't shown you that he loves you. It's your stubbornness, your stupidity, your greed, your avarice, your jealousy and your envy that is keeping you from getting closer to heaven. In other words, the knowledge of the Most High, which is necessary if at all you are to develop as a people. I will continue. Buhari was a cattle header. Ask him, he will tell you. If at all, he'll be honest with that. We will continue this morning to present our news headlines and accompanying in summary. The line is 081-738-13596. 081-738-13596. The inquiry line, if you want to participate, you want to help us in any way, shape or form. People are asking us, oh, Director, can you go to Abuja and put in CHK? Can we have it in Lagos? We need CHK in Ohosra. Oh my God. You need CHK everywhere. As our sister said yesterday, Nenya, our chief finance officer, for your information, I don't hold the money belonging to IPOB. It's held elsewhere, in Germany. The entire family in Germany is keeping it in a safe place for us. Our sister Nenya is in charge. Our chief finance officer in Germany. Not in London, not here in Biafra land, not in any part of the zoo. I am not Lebanya. Onyoshi, Ifajino Wazurika, I'm not and can never be. Never, ever, ever. Chukwu Abiyama asked me to come. Only him determined that I should come. Not man. I don't serve man. I serve the throne of heaven. In truth and in honesty. Biafra will come. As simple as that. 081-738-13596. Our inquiry line is 090-907-76589. 090-907-76589. We shall endeavor to be on Skype. We will also undoubtedly endeavor to be on Viber as well. Of course, the limitations of the technology in the Zoological Republic permitting, of course. We proceed. Call people around your radio, around your satellite. Call them around any listening device that you're using, because we are live and we are direct, and the time now is approximately 28 minutes to 9 a.m. in the morning here in Biafra land. Wherever you are, it is exactly 28 minutes to the top of the hour. That is how you know we are live and direct. A church has been burnt down, pastor's daughter killed in Kanu. We say these things that the world may hear, that Christians and Muslims cannot live in the same country. I repeat, Christians and Muslims cannot live in the same country. The children of Ishmael are markedly different. From those of Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. Very, very different. They are like wild donkeys, according to the Holy Book. They are wild, uncontrollable, slaughtering and causing mayhem everywhere. Anywhere you go to, that is mass murder, massacre, it is Islam. They were cursed from their mother's womb. They were cursed and condemned from the womb of their mothers. Nothing good can ever come out of Islam. Nothing ever, ever. Muhammadu Buhari, the terrorist, elected, is a killer, a murderer, a man who doesn't appreciate the dignity of life. But this time around, he tries anything stupid, even his family will die. And they can meet him in hell. However he wants it, we give it to him. Any way and anyhow they want it, we give it to them. There is nothing good about Islam apart from ice cream and algebra. Mathematics, you have algebra came from Arabia. And they also invented ice cream. I give that to them. In Spain, they poured sugar on snow and started to lick it. That was how ice cream was born. Ice cream is an invention of Islamic Arabia. So also is algebra in mathematics. Their claim to have influenced astronomy is still in doubt, and also medicine. I don't believe it, because it's not backed up by any verifiable evidence. I've been scouting all their archives and the libraries of the world. All of them. They cannot say that the great library of Assyria or the great library of or the achievements of Mesopotamia, that they can take credit for it. The answer is no. They predated Islam. I'm talking about Islam. Nothing good can come out of it except death, mayhem, and destruction. It's in their nature. You can't stop them. They are like wild donkeys. Today, they have gone on a wild rampage, burnt down a church, and killed a pastor's daughter in Kanu. Welcome to the Zoological Republic. Who made all these killings possible? The British. Britain made these killings possible. Britain, are you not a Christian country? Do you have Catholic Church even? Did you not persecute Catholic people who are fellow Christians? Was it not law in England that unless you are from Anglican Church, you cannot be king or queen of England? How many Catholic kings did you have in England? Talk less of Islamic king. Why then did you come to Africa to experiment with people? You know fully well, even you as a Christian, Anglican, in England, you cannot live side by side with Catholics. But you came here, not just Catholic, Anglican assemblies, apostolic, together. And then on top of that, you sit Islam. That tells you how wicked you people are. Very, very wicked and evil people. Those of you from Britain that thinks or feels like perpetuating this monstrosity called the Zoological Republic in your country, because if you are a decent human being, anything you wish for other people, you should wish for yourself. David Cameron, since you know that Britain is a Christian country, why do you want to mix Islam with Christianity in the zoo called Nigeria? Why are you pushing for an Islamic president to emerge when they have Christian populations? I'm asking you. Why did you have the need? I'm asking the British Prime Minister. Why did you have the need to come and say, we are a Christian country? Why don't you say, oh, we are a mixed country of Islam and Christian? Since that is what you wish upon the animals and the baboons you call Nigerians. I'm asking, I want to let people understand that we have the reason, the logic, and the arguments to destroy the zoo and those supporting them. I am asking David Cameron, if you think that Muslim and Christian is all lovey-dovey, let them stay together, why did you have the need, British hypocritical Prime Minister, why did you have the need to come to the world to openly say Britain is a Christian country? Why? I ask you. Why didn't you say, oh, we are half Christian and half Muslim? Because when it comes to the zoo, some of you who don't reason, anyway, monkeys and baboons, what do you know? Your brain is empty. If you go to a zoo university, the little you have to take from you, because you're being tutored by hopeless animals calling themselves lecturers. I want to look into this very logic of Britain and America this very morning. I will ask again until I get an answer. David Cameron, I want people from Africa to understand the hypocrisy of white people. Some of you don't know this, but I will tell you. They don't see you as human beings. They think you cannot reason. They come to you, oh, change your name from Ifani Chuku to Michael, you change. Oh, your name is not, this place is not Igbo, it looks nice. Why don't you call it Port Harcourt? You answer. Any name they give you, you answer. Any name they give, they laugh at you. They look at you as idiot, as lower than animals. Black people from Africa are hopeless. Why are you hopeless? And I will tell you. Why do I say that black people from Africa are useless? Because White man wants a different standard for their country and a different one for you. So in their country, they can have free healthcare, education system is very good, the water is running, the roads are built very well, the houses are very beautiful. But in your own place, you are living on top of refuse. Have you asked yourself why? Because they want one standard for themselves and another standard for you. Now, a few weeks ago, David Cameron was saying, Nigeria to be one and diversity, celebrate your diversity. Then I'm asking David Cameron, why then did you say that Britain is a Christian then? Why don't you celebrate the diversity of the Muslims in Bradford, the ones in Luton, the ones in Leeds, the ones in Birmingham, the ones in Manchester? Why don't you embrace everybody so it can be one? Why did you? I am asking, I want Cameron to understand that I am more learned than he is. 10 billion times over. 10 billion. We are infinitely more intelligent than they are. I want to ask David Cameron this very morning, why did you have the need to emphasize that Britain is a Christian country? At the same time, denying Christians from Biafra from asserting their Christianity. Can anyone answer that? That is the hypocrisy of white people. That is why if they tell you something, you ignore it. Only those who are kind. The only white man from America that can tell me something I will understand, perhaps, is maybe George Bush or Clinton to an extent because of the work they did in the Millennium Goal for Africa. As simple as that. When it comes to black people in America, I can only listen to perhaps Condoleezza Rice because she understood the need to set black Africa free by untangling us from the shackles of colonialism. Now you understand why I say black people are monkeys and they don't reason. None of you can stand up and say, okay, you want Buhari to be president in a place where predominantly they are Christians. Then why are you saying that your country is only Christian then? Don't you think we will benefit as you are benefiting if we are all Christians in one country and Muslims can be on their own in one country? Don't you think so? But because you people are from Africa, you are black, you are monkeys, you are baboons, what do you know? They are messing with your brain because they gave you idol to be worshipping and you're worshipping idol. And I told you, because your brains are now blocked. Your brain cells are plugged. They are blocked. You cannot reason anymore. Why? Because you are all idol worshippers. I will prove it. If you tempt me, I will prove it to you. Scientifically. You people are idle. That is why the more churches you build, the poorer you become. Idol worshippers. You go to the village and say, oh, this oracle is bad. Oh, we'll go and you are the idol worshipper. The name of Hagogisi. Church has been burnt and the pastor's daughter is dead. In the name of diversity, celebrate your diversity in the. Why can't Britain celebrate their diversity? Why don't you have a Muslim as the chief imam of Britain coming to Buckingham Palace to come and hold prayer with the Queen? Since you want to be one loving family of Islam and Christian. You as a white man, David Cameron, you want your country to be only Christian, enjoying life, and then you come to Biafra and you want us to mix with Muslims. These people are evil. Evil people. With their lies and their deceit. Oh, it is okay for you to say, oh, we are a Christian country. Why can't you allow me to say the same thing? That Biafra is a Christian country. Why can't I say the same? Why not? Oh, it is good because you're a white man. You can say you're a Christian country and you're white. But when it comes to me, I can't say I'm a Christian country. Cameron, do you know that Biafra land has no Islam in it? Of course, some of you will say that the terrorists came yesterday to Owerri, so it's an Islamic country now. Of course, I agree with you. Owerri is Islamic Caliphate, and on Saturday you go and mess up yourselves, claiming you're going to vote in the name of Hagogisi. People who can't reason. You've been voting for 16 years. There is no change. You're about to go back again to vote. Are you not an idiot? Complete and utter hopeless animal. Mad people. We continue. If you want the truth, you come here. We don't believe in garbage. We don't believe in nonsense. Here we tell you the truth. People in Igbo, they are saying we will boycott the elections if they don't return electricity to us. Now, some of you are beginning to understand that rebellion is very good for you. Now you understand it. That sometimes in life you need to rebel. You need to be rebellious for you to get what you're looking for. Some of you have been going about not rebelling, and that is why you have always had difficulties. You have always had problems. Now perhaps you will understand it. You will understand it. We are live and we are direct, and this is Radio Biafra, of course. This is Radio Biafra. Outage in Port Harcourt, residents threaten to boycott election. Before, when I told you, you didn't think we were serious. It's happening now. Why don't you go and vote? People in Igbo are saying they're not going to vote. Why? No NEPA, no light. So why are you voting? Do you have drinking water? No. Then why are you going to vote? Do you people actually know the meaning of voting? Or election, what it's meant for? Do you know what elections are meant for? I don't think you do. Because if you do, you will not bother going out to go and vote for anybody. Do not go out. It makes no sense. The only way they can know that you have a problem and do something about it is when you rebel. How are you going to rebel? It's by not voting. If you don't vote, that's rebellion. Now you will see that you get water and about will be cleaned up. But if you keep voting, they say, idiot, if we go again and give them 500 naira, they'll go and vote. Then you run out and go and vote. And then you go to church and you're praying for, I need a miracle, please. God, give me a miracle. When you have spent all your life being very hopeless, you want a miracle. As we told them, Lagos traders shun insurance policy because they said the operators are not sincere. We announced it here on Radio Biafra. Do not buy any insurance policy. It's Yoruba. You accumulate money, they run away with it. Mad people. One person killed as protests rock Ekiti towns over Fayoshe's impeachment. One person killed. Welcome to the damnable. Welcome to the idiotic. Welcome to the moronic zoological republic. Like morons. People don't. You look at a human being with 2 hands and 2 legs and you're thinking maybe they should be able to reason. You are better off interacting with a goat nearby. A goat makes more sense than a black person here. A goat. You can converse with a goat, but not a human being here. They look like human beings, but oh my God, the ignorance is astonishing. Astonishing. Threats to Igbo by a Yoruba man. Ignore Oba Akiolo Clark at Tinubu tells none of this is not news. I don't know when these idiots will be able to reason in the zoo. This is not news. News is not when they said. Do we have light? The answer is no. Any electricity of any kind for factories to run? The answer is no. Do you have running water? No. Do you have ordinary, say, broadband? No. How about housing? No. Okay then. Maybe there's something you're very good at. Say education, your university system, or that's even worse. It's worse than secondary school. Now, what are you very good at? Oh, we are good at, say, lying, deceiving, cheating, using the name of God to steal, using the name of Biafra to kidnap, using the, selling little babies. We are very good at that. If you want a spare part now from a 4-year-old child, I can supply, girl or boy, I can give to you. If you want the heart or the liver, anything you want. We are also good at thieving. If people put money together, we run away with it. We're also good at it. That is meant to be a country. Welcome to the zoo. Threat to Igbo. Don't ignore the Oba. So how low have we fallen? Pure water is now 10 naira. Pure water, very dirty. The Guardian newspaper is asking, so how low have we fallen? That it is pure water that has come to our rescue. Why have you fallen this low? You have fallen this low because you are black people from Africa. You cannot reason properly because you are black people from Africa. Because you worship idol given to you by a white man. Because you believe in lies. You are deceitful. Your soul is as black as you are. Evil. And until you change, you will continue to suck water from waterproof bag like an animal. I asked you before to look at somebody drinking water. Go out now and buy pure water. Give to somebody. Ask them to drink. You see them struggling to bite the edge of it with their teeth. Exactly what a monkey would do. Give water. People don't understand. Go and give a bag of water to somebody. Just record them as they are trying to open pure water. And then go and watch maybe National Geographic or something like that. And look at wild animals. The way they maybe a monkey with sugarcane, the way they strip it, they want to get at it. Or how a panda is looking for bamboo shoot. Is how you're looking for water. A pure animal. Anywhere, even when we are small, and the tap we come across the road. Today is the government houses, Library Avenue Primary School. You come across the road to the library to come in, because even the water in school wasn't running then, even primary school. That was one thing. As soon as the white man left, everything went bad. We come to library to come and drink water. You turn on the tap. In fact, you have to even beg them. You have to beg the security man. Little children, they won't let you even drink water. You know, black people, we are wicked, honestly speaking. In this UG, evil people. You see little children begging this security man, please allow us to go and drink water. He will say no. Sometimes we will ignore him and run and go and drink water. You open the tap. You put your hand and then you put your mouth to drink. Or you can use your water bottle then to fetch water. You go and you drink. Either you have the round water bottle in those days that is made of plastic, or you have the one that looks like a flask. But they all have handles. These days is a bag of pure water. We were even drinking water sensibly like human beings then than now. As a primary school pupil, you have your water bottle, your flask. One is round. The other one is like a small mini flask. You put water in it and you can drink. But these days, people at university that are drinking from a bag of waterproof. In other words, the type of civility I enjoyed as a primary school pupil, those at higher institutions now don't enjoy it. Simply to drink water like a human being and not like a wild beast in the forest. Welcome to the zoo. They are asking what is happening. You are black people. Why are you asking this silly question? When you're dumb, don't you know that? When your brain wasn't working very well, you don't know. Nobody said you don't know that. I thought you said you're doing style with siren. You're traveling with siren. You see a commissioner going to work with a siren. Councillor the same. And I ask myself, what are sirens made for? Emergency. Then it dawned on me that these people are the ones who are emergency cases. They are the ones leading to the death of people. The French presidency declassifies Rwandan genocide documents, but no one is willing to declassify the ones on Biafra because Ohaneze is busy stealing 5 billion naira in the ocean. Stupid fools. U.S. policeman charged for shooting black man in the back in Obama's country. Welcome to the world. The hidden hand behind Islamic State militants, according to Washington Post, could be Saddam Hussein. That's what they are suggesting. Because they are mostly from Tikrit, I think. Even al-Baghdadi. Al-Baghdadi. We continue. Forgive Akiolu and move on. The terrorist tells the begging Igbo people. Hopeless, hapless Igbo people. Very sad indeed. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. Now the news even in greater detail. At least one person died 2 days ago rather, as angry Islamic Awasa Fulani youths, young boys, set ablaze, they burnt down a Baptist church at Gidan Maso village in Rogo, local government area of Kano State, while the resident pastor, Reverend Habila Garaba, was also burnt. This came barely a week after unidentified arsonists attacked a branch of the Living Faith Church, popularly called Winners Chapel, at Giwa in Kaduna State. The deceased, one of the pastor's daughters, the girl that was burnt to death. I don't know how you want one of your daughters to be burnt to death. That is how it feels for this very family now, because there is a disease black people also suffer from, lack of empathy. There is a part of a black man's brain that doesn't empathize with other people. When you're suffering, a black man doesn't see it. I told you about an accident that happened in Lagos in front of me. This accident happened and a keke nape parked on the road at Ikeja, Allen Avenue. This happened how many months ago? About 2 months ago. And a Danfo bus came from nowhere, no light, nothing, in the night, and smashed into this keke napep. The tricycle flipped over, somersaulted, flipped over with people inside it. It was stationary where it was. Hit it from the back, and the keke somersaulted in the air and landed on the roof. There were people in it. Now, people rushed to go and help. Hey, and I was telling my wife, oh, how wonderful. People are rushing to go and help. Can't you see that? Oh, it's very nice. My wife told me that they're going to rob them, the victims. I said, no, you must be joking. She said, watch. Can't you see what they're doing? I said, what? They did not go to help those that were inside the keke. They went to go and rummage through to see, to take all the money that the driver has made for the day. Nobody is telling me. I'm telling you what I saw with my 2 eyes barely 2 months ago. There is a part of the brain of a black person that doesn't empathize. That is why when you see a little girl of 6 years old selling oranges or pawpaw or akubeke, it doesn't affect you. You don't say, oh my goodness, how about if this were my child? Will I be happy with this? Let me do something about it. No. Because you are not charitable. And then you want Chukwu Abiyama to bless you? You must be dreaming. Do you know why God always bless white people? At least they are honest. And the white people are generous. You will see a man dying. He will say, okay, my grandmother died from cancer and I don't want cancer to kill anybody else. You know, when you think about it, you know, it takes a superior way to reason to say that. Some of them will see dogs. She will say, oh, I adopted this stray dog, abandoned dog, this creature. Because of that, I'm leaving all my estates to the dog home. All the money I have made, I am giving it to research on how many of you have died of diabetes? Or about to die of diabetes? How many of you can go to University of Nigeria and say, can we please fund the research into the cure for diabetes? Diabetes killed somebody I know. You can't do it. Do you know why you can't do it? Because even you are just black. That's why. You're not charitable. You don't know that being charitable means that Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. Not by giving it to a Yoruba pastor. I did not ask you to go to Roman Catholic Church, Anglican Church, assemblies to go and give money to church. No, I didn't say that. I said to fund things that will benefit everybody. Research and development. You have professors who are intelligent at various universities inside Biafra land, crying for funding, for grant, to carry out life-saving research. How many of you can say, my shop at Idumot and Emebofuma, let me go and contribute to this? My grandmother died of breast cancer. Let's see if we can cure it. It won't occur to you. But don't be offended. It's just because you're black. It will never. Even if you live to be 1 billion years old, it will never one day cross your mind and say, let me do something to help other people. That is why when I say that, like those of you who even fund what we are doing, somebody can stay somewhere and bring out tens of dollars, millions of naira to say, go and build radio stations to preach Biafra to people. And I said to him, can I mention your name? He said, no, don't mention it. I want people to understand that Biafra will save their lives. Can I mention it? He said, no, don't never mention my name. I told him, you're joking. I will say your name. That's how we got CHK, which stands for Chika. As simple as that. He's the one that funded it. One human being. He has never called Radio Biafra. He's not willing to call. He can never call. He doesn't want to. He is charitable. And that is why every day he's richer. Not by going to church and giving to Yoruba man or Yoruba pastor. Nonsense, rubbish. How does that impact your lives? Do you know how many people have been saved by Radio Biafra? Saved from ignorance. Because one single human being, Chika, said, I will fund this. Look at the joy he's bringing to millions of people all over the world. Especially here. That tells you what being charitable is all about. Is he poorer? No. He's a richer man for it. I said very rich. Very, very rich. I complained about a car. He gave me a car. Not minding how much he has spent on the FM. He still brought a car. Said, go to this place in Lagos. Go and carry a car there. And that was it. How many of you are charitable? How many of you are charitable? How many of you are prepared not to pay their house rent in order to fund something to benefit other people? How many of you can do it, I ask you? You want recognition. If you go to your Yoruba church, pastor will call you, sit at the front. You think if you sit at the front, you go to heaven. You are mad. Church has been burnt down. I buga my pastor. The news in greater detail. At least one person that died on Monday when this Awasa Fulani used. I keep repeating it so you understand it very well. When Awasa used set fire to Baptist Church at Gidan Maso Village in local government area of Kano State. Obama, I hope you're listening. Cameron, you're listening, please. Oh, you celebrate your diversity. So, Obama, why can't they swear in an American president with the Quran? You want us to be in celebrate the diversity. Britain or Cameron, why is it that the prime minister doesn't swear by Quran? Or the Queen Elizabeth? Why is it that when the queen is being coronated or the king, they go to Westminster Abbey? Why don't they go to the mosque at Regent's Park? Simple question. You know my questions are not difficult. It's very simple. They are messing with you people. You stand up. They should celebrate their diversity. Instead of you saying they should celebrate their oil, which we are taking. That's the only reason why they want one Nigeria, because of oil. Nothing more. They think, are we Biafrans going to drink the oil? The answer is no. We still give it to them. The burning of this church and the killing of the pastor's daughter came barely a week after unidentified attackers, Islamic, attacked a branch of Living Faith Church, popularly called Winners Chapel, at Giwa in Kaduna State. The deceased, one of the pastor's daughters, was said to have died of suffocation as parts of the house were destroyed by the fire, which resulted from the attack at about 7:30 p.m. Resident of Taraya, Masihiyawan, Nigeria, Awasa Fulani and Kanuri Christians, General Ishaku Ahmed Diko, retired, told newsmen in Abuja yesterday that the intention was to kill one youth, Yahaya Joshua, who converted to Islam but later came back to Christianity. Because of that, one person converts from Islam to Christianity, and the pastor's daughter is dead because of it. And these are the people you want us to live in the same country with. You are drunk. Narrating the incident, he said the Baptist church at Gidan Maso village of Rogologoment area of Kano State was set on fire by Awasa Fulani youths at about 7:30 p.m. The church and all properties were burnt down in the presence of the Christian community, despite pleading for them to stop the destruction. The Awasa killers gathered corn stalks, put them inside the church before setting it ablaze. This made the action to seem deliberate and for ulterior motive. And how many mosques have we burnt here? The answer is none. No mosque has been burnt or attacked. But these people are busy killing our people, burning down churches that belong to Christians. The pastor's daughter is dead. And some of you are Christians. And who knows, you may say, oh, forget it, oh, it's rest in peace, oh. This Yoji, black people. Black. Amazing. We continue. What can we do? We continue. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And Chukwu Abiyama in heaven is our God. We continue. Lagos traders shun insurance policy, say operators are not sincere. Is this the first time? Despite heavy losses incurred by traders in Lagos in some recent major market fire outbreaks, many of the traders are still reluctant to insure their products and businesses. Investigations by the news agency of the Zoo has indicated over 5 major markets in Lagos have experienced fire outbreaks in the last 1 month, resulting in losses worth billions of naira. And how do they get their shops burned? These are Igbo shops. Yoruba Agburo will set fire to it. After that, the Yoruba landlord will take the land over, rebuild it, and then charge twice the rent, and the Igbos will pay. After 6 months, they burn it down again. And then they do renovation, they increase the rent. Useless, wretched Igbo traders will pay. How many of their markets have burnt down? 5 major markets burnt down in only 1 month. I told you Igbos are useless. You thought I was joking. They have burnt their markets in the past, how many months? Only 1 month. 5 major markets burnt down. Yoruba will burn it down. The Igbo will, Yoruba will burn it. Hey, yeah. Incredible. However, in separate interviews with the news agency of the Zoo in Lagos, many of the traders said they would not insure their business because they believe that the insurance companies were not sincere. Of course, nobody is sincere here. How many of you have insurance for your cars when you stop on the road? Your papers, please. What's your insurance paper? You give them. Let your car be stolen. Then go and claim the money back. Or go have accident and go. Is it not when you have accident, start to negotiate with the person that hit you or the one that you hit, how to repair it? These are people who don't even know the meaning of the word insurance. Because the insurance companies will take the money and they will eat it. You ask them, but I insured my car. They will tell you to please get away from the place, or they call the security. If you don't want us to embarrass you, leave the premises now, madam. But I took out insurance. I paid insurance. Please, can I pay me now? Let me go and replace my car. No, madam. Get away from here or we embarrass you. Insurance company. So all the money you have been taking all these years as an insurance company, where does it go to? Into the pocket of one wretched Yoruba man, and from there straight to Switzerland. Welcome to Africa. They say they are not insuring anything. I don't trust insurance companies, and rightfully so. Who will trust them? 1 person killed as protests rock Ekiti towns over Fayoshe's impeachment bid. That is the only way people can eat, is through politics. If not politics, how are you going to survive? Mold block and build a house. You have to be a thief. That is why instead of you to see massive housing projects going on that should be synonymous with any developing economy, it's only one house in a village if you're lucky. And he will face his house east. The other one will build their own and face it west. The fence will be higher than the house. Primitivity. People are primitive. Soldiers abort APC lawmakers sitting. The unrest trailing the impeachment attempt of the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Ayo Fayoshe, took a tragic turn yesterday as 1 person identified as Modupe Olaiya was killed in Efon Alaiye Ofon government area of the state as members of the PDP staged violent protests against the attempt by the 19 APC lawmakers to impeach the governor. You just gang up one night and say that Biafran oil money, me I want to eat my own. Oh. That oil coming from Biafra land, I want my own share. How do we get it now? Why don't we impeach the governor? What did he do? Nothing. But why are we impeaching him? Don't you want the money or not? Do you want this money or not? Oh God. Black people. Black. 1 person is now dead An eyewitness told newsmen in Ado-Ekiti that the APC lawmakers were coming from Osun State and had run into the barricade mounted by the protesters at Itaore, a border town between Ekiti and Osun State. The victim was said to have sustained gunshot injuries as the police fired several shots to disperse the protesters, who had already taken over the Ado-Itaore Ilesha Road. But I give Yorubas credit for one thing. Yorubas, they understand the meaning of protest. Theology. I don't know, I won't call it punishment. Theology, I don't know how to describe it in English language. I don't know the words in English to allow the worldwide audience to understand what I'm saying. Theology, that some of you claim you voted for 4 years ago, has been instrumental in instituting a regime of wickedness of unparalleled proportions. There has never been any serious protest. When you protest, he gives you 550 naira and you go home. Abba cannot. Why should Abba allow Theodoji to come into Abba to campaign and to go free? Yoruba said no. They stood on the road and said evil is evil. I give them credit for that. And what became of them? What became of them? That is what you should ask yourself. What became of them? Welcome back, wonderful people of Biafra. We were having slight difficulties, but I'm sure that we are back now again. You must bear with us. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama is our God. As I was reporting earlier, somebody is dead now because they wanted to impeach a governor. Why do they impeach people here? Because they want money. When the House of Assembly members run out of cash to solve their family problems or to send it to their kids abroad, they plot to impeach the governor. Then the governor will bribe them with allocation coming from Abuja, meant for infrastructural development. Welcome to the Zoological Republic. That is what happens here. Once again, we do apologize. As soon as we get all the equipment we are looking for, then things will be fine. But we are having intermittency in our broadcast. You must try and bear with us. And we'll speed on, of course. Elder statesman and South leader, this is rubbish. I won't read the news. Clark, Tinubu tell non-indigens. That's rubbish. Is that news? Tell non-indigens. They claim they have a country together that they are in. Obama and Cameron. Do you understand that if you live outside your village, you're a non-indigen of that area? So you have people from Chicago living in Florida who are non-indigens of Florida. Do you? Or you have people in even as far away as Alaska that are living in Nebraska and they are non-indigens. Do you see how hopeless we are with our very limited understanding of English language? Sad indeed. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. The time here is approximately 18 minutes past 9 a.m. in the morning, and the whole world is listening, not minding the intermittency in our broadcast. The barrister has come to me, and I must interrupt this to go to the very eminent barrister and attorney at law, Barrister Mamizu, to gauge his opinion, to understand his take on the news we have so far presented. Barrister, I wonder if you can hear me, because if you can, I will implore you to proceed, please.
Good morning, Director.
Good morning, Barrister.
Director, I've been listening to the news with curiosity. However, I have to say good morning to all those seated with you, helping and supporting and assisting in every way they could. I thank all of you. Every day we must do this because it's part of our protocol here to reassure our people to re-establish contacts with everybody, far, wide, and near, ensuring you that Biafra is the only hope we have. The only thing that we can do and do it effectively without looking back, because that is our assurance. And that is our insurance. And that's our home, Biafra. We can never miss what Chukwabiyama has already ordained. Biafra, yes, our people die every day from the hands of Hausa Fulani Boko Haram and terrorism, including the Yorubas, threatening us. We are picky in the middle. Hausas are telling us what we should do. Yorubas telling us what we should do. Chukwabiyama, you know, we are holding up. We are holding up, but we cannot hold up for a long time. because everybody can just walk over us. These are Biafran, people from Chukwuabiam. It cannot happen. We are watching and waiting. And Biafrans are heavily united, unlike before. Thanks to Director MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I remember when he started this journey, that time we were all together. A lot of people disapproved of it. I said, no, Director must go. There's something out there for him to put together. And lo and behold, he did. May Chukwuabiam bless all of you this morning. Whatever is your plan, whatever you're planning to do, may Chukwuabiam bless it for all every Biafran, our friends and well-wishers, and those who are interested in what we do here. Hypocrisy, greediness, wickedness. May Chukwuabiam banish all these things away from his people. Amen. Director, I'm here.
Of course you are, and barrister, so also am I here. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. Sometimes people ask us to study the word of Chukwuabiam as contained in the scriptures, and often enough we do that. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwuabiam is our God. Once again, we continue with our presentation this morning with our systems, of course, permitting. We must continue. How low have the monkeys and the baboons fallen in the zoological republic that pure water have come to their rescue? Very sad indeed. It's a very brilliant piece written by one Suleiman Mojid Sani. I'm sure a Yoruba man, because Hausa is incapable of articulating this type of thought. We continue. This year marks the end of the current international development agenda reached in year 2000, centered on the Millennium Development Goals formulated by white people. I think that was it was Clinton, Tony Blair that started it. Millennium Agenda 2000. They said we are going into a new century. Let us help Africa. They don't know that Africans don't want to help themselves. And in all fairness, sometimes white people, they try. They come to you, they want to help you. You say fraud and greed and stealing is better, and they help you to steal. Because you are infinitely incapable of reasoning. The Millennium Development Goals encapsulate 8 globally agreed goals in the areas of poverty alleviation, education, gender equality, and empowerment of women, child and maternal health, environmental sustainability, reducing HIV/AIDS that Americans brought. Mind you, it was America that developed HIV/AIDS, for your information, and communicable diseases, and building a global partnership for development. For the zoo called Nigeria, it has been 15 years of motion without movement. I love that. Coming from somebody called Mojid. It's quite compelling argument, I must say. I respect intellect wherever I see it. It doesn't matter who's espousing it. I can't say because of my inbred hatred for Islam, because of that I will not acknowledge the contributions that the Arabs made to the advancement of mathematics. I will not say because of my hatred for Islam. I hate Islam. I tell you categorically, I can't stand them. I can't say that my hatred for Islam is preventing me from acknowledging that the ice cream you're enjoying today was made by the Arabs. Arabs started ice cream in Spain, then it spread everywhere. We continue. Spain and Italy, of course. Some of you don't know that there was a time Arabs were in charge of Spain. Do you know that? Arabs were ruling Europeans. Maybe that was when some of these people got their DNA from to be supporting the Islamization of Europe. For the zoo, it has been 15 years of motion without movement based on perceivable scenarios. The zoo would not achieve any of the goals. Of course, they can. In 2013, when the team from the International Monetary Fund visited the Office of Senior Special Assistant to the President on Millennium Development Goals to find out that the country's performance track towards achieving the MDGs, Dr. Precious Benio, Senior Special Assistant to the President on MDG, revealed that the 3 tiers of government spend about 3 trillion naira yearly as against the total sum of 4.3 trillion required to achieve the Millennium Development Goal. You talk about Millennium Development Goal where people want to develop. I will tell you once again, the same way that most of you go to worship idol every blessed Sunday without knowing FRC. It's the same way that building a house with cement and block, you can never have enough houses. It's also a cost. Most of you don't understand that there are many ways to do something. One, in fact, basically two ways. The right way and the wrong way. As long as you go to the river, you bring out sand, you mix it with cement, you can never build a civilization that way. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever. We continue. Millennium goal. Do you know the only thing they achieved? In 15 years of Millennium Development Goals, MDG, formulated by white people to help out black Africans, it is pure water. That's the only thing they produced. In 15 years, pure water is the only sustainable sector that they have. That tells you all you need to know about the monkeys and the baboons. And how do you get pure water? You sink borehole. You bring up contaminated water from a contaminated water table. And then you put it in a bag of waterproof. You seal it up and you sell to people. And they're drinking. Pure water. France has declassified documents in the presidential archives relating to the Rwandan genocide exactly 21 years after its start on April 7, 1994. A decision to declassify the papers was signed on Tuesday and concerns documents in the Elysee relating to the Rwandan between 1990 and 1995. A source in President Francois Hollande's entourage told AFP. Now, why have they not released all the documents on Biafra? Because we are China now, man. 2 containers come load. They are not interested in their history or what happened to them. And that is why I now back and stand up in Lagos and say I will kill all of you if you don't vote for me. What does that tell you about the mentality of such people? You are busy bringing in container and documents from China. And you forgot, rather very crudely, that you need to pursue your history. Because history has a way of repeating itself. U.S. policeman charged for shooting a black man in the back. At last, maybe following the criticisms here that they do nothing over there, now charging somebody. A white police officer from the U.S. state of South Carolina is a very bad place for racism, even in those days. South Carolina was in the deep south, part of those that wanted to hold on to slaves. Has been charged with murder after a video showed him shooting 8 times at the back of a 50-year-old black man who was running away. The man was running away. This white officer opened. Oh, God in heaven. And do you know the thing is that if this white police officer were to be a black man, the family of the man that was shot dead will go for revenge attack. But because he's a white man, nobody will do anything to him. He will serve maybe, if he's convicted, that is, which is a big shot, a long shot rather. He will be maybe jailed for 5 years, manslaughter with diminished responsibility, and then they will say we'll be holding him here now for a year. So he will serve only 2 months, and he will come out. And 1 black person is dead in America. Welcome to the life of black people. You made it so for yourselves. Have you heard them before say they shot a Japanese in America? Huh? Have they ever shot a Japanese before? Or a Chinese in America? It's always black people. Why don't people sit and ask yourself questions? Why are they always shooting at us? Because people are useless. Black. Look at Africa. When they look at Africa and read about Africa, they watch documentaries, they don't have regard for you. Black Americans don't know that whites don't regard them because of how wretched and poor Africa is. Because when people, that is why when somebody says, who is your father? If you are a white person, they look at the state of Europe before they assess you. If you're from Asia, whichever part you come from, they look at that country. Have they even shot Indians in America? People from India. It's always black people. Nobody will sit down and ask, why is it always us? As Balotelli will ask people, why always me? Because you're a nutcase. Why always black people? Because, quite frankly, we are useless. We are. I'm telling you the truth. Black people are useless. I'm telling you what I know. Individually, you may have brilliance. Oh, he's a very fine surgeon. He's a brain surgeon. He works for Princeton Hospital in Alabama. Rubbish. One person. What determines the advancement of civilization is how a group of people behaves at the same time. That is how you measure development. You can't come to a town and say because only one man has upstairs in the village, that village is developed, when everything else is poverty. That's not development. Development is now you have development. If you go to any civilized part of the world, everybody can eat and have accommodation only if you're mentally disturbed and you want to be homeless. That is called development and advancement. In Africa, only one house in the village and they are doing well. That means you are not well. We must continue. They are now claiming that Saddam Hussein, that the militant group Islamic State and its violent coalition with the United States and others intent on halting the group's rapid rise. They can trace it back to Saddam Hussein, the demise of Saddam Hussein, and the anger that people harbored within for everything Western. But ISIS is phenomenal. My goodness. They are deadly. ISIS is deadly. My goodness me. Forgive Akiolu and move on. The terrorist tells hapless, useless, unprotected, and down and out, downcast Igbo people. Everybody is begging. Please live in the save Igbo people, please. I told you in the year 2012. I told Igbo people that they are irrelevant in the zoo. When you hear you are irrelevant on the floor. You people are nothing. The Biafrans that speak Igbo, you are nothing. One wretched Oba, not even the only of Ife, only Oba of Lagos spoke. People are feeling sorry. There is a pity coming from everywhere, feeling sorry for people in Lagos. Hey, yeah. I warned you, but you didn't listen, of course. And I took container from China. The Buhari has now weighed in to say he urged Igbo and other non-indigenous. This is a president-elect, a terrorist-elect speaking. A president is calling so-called citizens of the same country non-indigenous in a place. I can't. Oh God. Mam kamu this school I'm gonna bikon. Isn't this the same school that we went to, that people went to? How can you be a non-indigenous in a country you claim you belong to, you're a citizen in? Non-indigenous. Hey, yeah, Africa. We always turn everything upside down, don't we? Buhari is calling Igbo people in Lagos non-indigenous. He is asking them to forgive all that has been said against them and move on for the sake of peace. But Buhari, why did you not move on for the sake of peace when Jonathan won in 2011? Why did you order Boko Haram to start killing people? Then you could have moved on in the name of peace. It's only now because you have been rigged into power by your brother and the fellow Islamist Obama that you now remember that we somehow need to move on in the interest of peace. Hypocrisy everywhere, and I despise hypocrisy. This is Radio Biafra. Our dear sister reminded me this very morning of the very verse that I quoted in the Bible, Psalm 127. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord of hosts watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. Jehovah nefu. And for no need. If Chukwu Abiyama does not build Biafra, we are wasting our time. We are wasting your time. Biafra can never come. If you lack the knowledge of Chukwu Abiyama, there will be no Biafra. You may experiment. That is why anything we touch on IPOB turns into gold. We are phenomenal because of our knowledge of the Most High God Chukwu Abiyama, because we worship Him in truth and honesty. Every other thing, Arosi dressed up as God. It's like going to a Yoruba church and claiming you're worshiping God. You must be insane. You are worshiping idol. This is Radio Biafra. Our lines will now open. If you challenge us, you are at liberty to to present your views here, and the world will hear it and be able to determine if you are right or if we are wrong. For now, our lines are open and we will go on to take your calls. We will go on to take your calls. Please, if you call us, the protocol always obtains here on Radio Biafra. Endeavor, please, to turn your system down. Turn it down. Once you turn it down, we will be able to hear you. You, in turn, will be able to hear us. And together we can make sense of what we are saying. But if you don't turn your system down, then we have a very slight problem. And we don't want that to be the case. Welcome once again. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And the Chukwu Abiyama is our God. Therefore, we must continue. Thank you very much. Chinedum, our dear brother from Bremen, working very hard. You know, there are those that work very well, behind the scenes. He's one of them. Working very astutely hard. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? That's what we said. I have a caller on the phone, they're not saying anything. I don't know if they're Biafrans, if they're from Awasa land, or maybe they're Kanuri. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Are you from Kanuri or Awasa land? KBCC? You don't want to say anything?
Hello, good morning. My name is Anton. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Go ahead. This is Radio Biafra. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have been listening to your news and whatever you're saying. Some of them are truth. But I want to know how soon this thing will come, because you should not be talking and no action.
No action. What, have you got a gun with you? Do you have AK-47 in your house? We can come and take and start action.
Hello?
Do you have AK-47 in your house? If I come now, I will take it. You and I can begin action today. Do you have AK-47? He has gone off. Start action immediately. So you think guns fall from heaven like manna? Is that what you think? Do you see how ignorant Igbo people are? Very ignorant, man. That you're talking and talking and talking. How many years, baboon, have you been listening to BBC? How many years have you been listening to CNN? How many years have you been listening to Al Jazeera? Do you see the brain of an Igbo man, how hopeless it is? You are talking and talking and talking. When do we start? Have you got one bullet? The answer is no. Then how do we start action? Ignorant people. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen, where you are.
My name is Emeka John. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Sir, I thank you for what you have been doing based on this Radio Biafra. I want to pray that God, Chukwuabiama, will bless you. Sir, I am most interested. I am the one that called you before, and I told you that I want to join the army of Biafra. You know, I have been so interested in army Biafra, especially my father is one of the army Biafra that fought on the civilians war. So, sir, I am interested to join. You told me that you will call me back, and I did not see any call since then. So, Daddy, I'm so interested to join. Please, sir, if you can call me, I want to die for my country. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and you will be called. And there is no need calling to find out when, but we will call you eventually. Be rest assured, we will call you.
Okay.
The caller on the phone, can you hear me? It is amazing. Amazing stuff. Our people, they said they will learn eventually, and they will learn. I believe so. Barrister, can you hear me?
Yes, Director.
Thank you very
once
much.
Again.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Director, you know the first caller.
Yes.
After you said, when you call, turn off your devices. The guy's radio was still talking at the background. He did not even give his name. He's from Alpha.
I think I told you I was comment.
You see, when you talk about our people, it is obvious. It doesn't concern me that a lot of people are being killed. Are being killed seriously. our people are perishing on a daily basis. These are the people that work with Odus Okaru and his co-workers. What we do here does not make any meaning to them at all. And these are the people I would like to criticize those who are doing this immense job. They have no brains, neither do they have any growth or bones in them. Our people die every day. They do not care. It doesn't affect them. They can just pick phone and call because it's free. Do they know what people on the ground do? Do they know how they are managing? But our people daily are suffering, both in the hands of the Yoruba, in the hands of the Hausas. Yes, we are trying our level best to make sure that everybody comes together so that we can fight this enemy that is confronting us on a daily basis. Killing our people, marginalizing us. Some people out there do not care because maybe they have a share that they are taking 200, 300 naira every day. And it's enough for them. Selfish acts I hated in my life. You cannot think about somebody else and how they are managing. Think about the whole society that we are diminishing. The West are in collusion with our enemies. And they will not have Islam in their own countries. Obama is there because it's Islam. Someone will say he's Christian. But beneath, he's never supported anything Christianity. Be watchful. There's people around there and smile with you. One book says, I'd rather have a good enemy who tell me that he hates me rather than having a friend who will secretly put you down. And that's what we see and hear on a daily basis. Somebody else will call. They're going to be talking in the background. How long will these people learn? And yet we pride ourselves to know more and know more than others. But we cannot adhere to simple instructions within us. What a shame. Our people, you have a very long way to learn ordinary little things that will help you into your lives. But that cannot stop what Biafra is doing here. Because we have a just cause. We have a legitimate cause to search and look for and restore Biafra. And Chukwuabiama knows nothing will ever stop this particular movement. Because we've gone too far. With evidence around us. Because once you're doing something, you have evidence over and against your opponent. You win the case. That's why we have courts. All over the world, evidence will surmount any particular argument. When you call, turn off your listening devices and speak of something meaningful, not something degrading as you think. We say common sense. It isn't common. A lot of people do not have it. And we're here to instill it into your brain to make sure that something realistic comes out of it. Thank you, Director.
And thank you, Barrister. Thank you very, very much. I wish our people can be attentive, they can pay attention and follow precisely what we are asking them to do. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, Director.
Yes, please, your name and where you are. My goodness me. I will say Manyaru. Here was someone Anyaba. Too many of them. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Director. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where you are.
All right, my name is Nnabike from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
All right, the other caller, the first caller said that they are just talking, no action. The guy is insane because if you ask him very well, the guy may have even joined the IPOB meeting and they get saying you are just talking without no action. Guy, you that is saying you are just talking no action. What have you done? I mean, within your jurisdiction, make sure that the actualistic of Biafra exists. You are just there saying, you are just talking, no action. That is by the Director. That is not the problem here. I mean, we are just something very, very concrete here. I mean, on how to boycott the election. And that is my own, there is everybody, I'm calling on everybody, east, west, north, and south of, whether you are at south, or wherever. Please, my people at Enugu, Aba, River State, Imo State, Anambra, and all the rest of Biafra land. Please and please and please, do not go and vote. I repeat, please do not go and vote so that your life and we will actualize the Biafra. Please, my director, I thank you. I thank you, Biafra. I thank everybody that is listening. My crew member here, we are all Biafrans. And if you can permit me, director, all Biafrans. So we all here, we are Biafrans. Even you can come to one of my colleagues here, the one that introduced me to Radio Biafra. His name is Uche Nnamdi. So you can come to him, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let's speak to him.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Please, we are very, very happy of hearing about Biafra.
Wonderful.
We have been waiting and been thinking of when we are going to be free from this nonsense called Nigeria.
Yes.
So we are thankful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody's asking us to show action. So you didn't see in Aba that we stopped election on the 28th? What is that? It's not action. You want us to fire a gun, give us a gun and a bullet. Then if we don't fire it, you can complain. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they are not paying attention, are they? They are not paying attention. Very sad indeed that people do not pay attention. I can't understand this. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you are?
My name is Michael. I'm calling from Aba.
The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
I can hear you like clear, director. Good morning, this morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Ifai. I'm calling from Enugu.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Since February this year, I discovered Radio Biafra. And I've been listening through all you've been saying. It provoked me this morning that somebody called, this is from Aba, and was asking you what has been your action all this while you've been talking. Assuming I am on air and I can locate that person, I wouldn't mind squeezing that person. But information is the highest action, whatever, that one can use in doing anything. Nobody knows about Biafra. All this while, some of us know, some of us don't know. So nobody knows the plans we have on the ground. But the little you've been saying, it has been gingering some people, making them know that yes, somebody is fighting about this very nation of ours, Biafra, and somebody is there saying that no action has been taken. You don't see. That's one thing I want to say. We have to be careful on enemies within, because that's the most dangerous enemy. Enemies within. Because most of these people that call themselves Biafran and Igbo and all that, they are not with us. Because of this little 1 naira they get from this house of Fulani them. When they send them, they go and call that man. Try to talk to him. No, it's even annoying that some of them don't know how to talk. You want to get information, and you come and say you want to know action. If you want to know action, you should cool down. You understand? After the plans, the whole plans, I know. I've been dreaming about this. I don't even know that something like this will come up on air. I've been dreaming about this, and I've been asking myself, when will it happen? I even thought that the whole action will start, before hearing the Biafran radio, I thought that the whole action will start from this election, because I perceived Jonathan losing the election. And after the day was called the press and was saying that if Jonathan loses, there will be problem, he will do this, that will be cheated and all that. And after everything, what happened? Jonathan lose. And maybe they have given him one of those contracts and all that. He went and relaxed. Nobody heard about anybody. And we've gone back to where we used to be. Since the time of Nnamdi Kanu, which Biafran person has ruled Nigeria as a president? Who? Nobody. And now it has gone back to Hausa. From Hausa, they will give it to Yoruba. we are all fools. So we need to do something. Direct, are you with me?
Live and direct.
We need to do something. And to me, I've been talking to some of my friends that are with me here in Enugu. I was not surprised when he said that somebody overtook Sullivan, our governor, and he arrested the person and put him in prison. I have his record. Somebody that slept with a mother, married a daughter, and still slept with the sister. Shame. He doesn't have shame. He doesn't have shame. And he's here building house everywhere in Enugu. This one is Sullivan's Peking house. This one is Sullivan's son house. This one is just squandering the raw money that they are earning. They don't even care. Here in Enugu, but we are all suffering. We are all suffering here. So, Director, please, I appreciate your effort. I like what you're doing. For your soldiers, we need to join your soldier. But I don't know how it's going to be. If the time comes, you have my number now, call me. And I have all my friends that are interested. You understand?
Of
but
course,
the plans is this. How are we going to be meeting within us secretly? Because this enemy within us, I don't know whether we'll do it this way. If anybody tells you that he wants to join the soldier or wants to join one of us, I have this idea, Director. Ask the person, where is he from? Explain yourself very well. Which part of Biafran land are you from? Which dialect do you speak? Speak your dialect so that we'll hear for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Let's see if you can flow very well so that we know that you're a true Biafran person. Not when they're born you in Hausa Fulani land, you come and call and say, you want to know this, you want to join this. When you come inside, you become an enemy within. After the whole training and everything, you'll be the one sending information outside. Please, sir, I just want the wisdom of God to rule us. Let the Chukwu Adiyama come and be our guide, because it's not something you can do today. I don't even care when it comes, even if it comes in 100 years to come, even if it comes in 90 years to come. But good planning. Let's just have underground planning. Then after the planning, the way you're coming out will come out with full force. Then that is just that's asking you the action. When we come out, then the person will know. Because this is not women affair that will come and talk, and jump inside and start doing what you've not done. We need to plan as men. Please, sir. That's all I have to say.
And well spoken. Thank you very much. There is something wrong with Igbo man, with his brain. The zoo have scrambled it and messed it up. Do you know how many years they planned Boko Haram before unleashing the attack at Madala? Do you think that to march is an easy thing? You just wake up one morning and you start marching? We are trying to wake you up to prepare your minds for what is to come. As for marching, we will march. And as for Sare Dokobo, to launch any preemptive attack without South, South, and Southeast coming together will be suicidal. They will wipe away Niger Delta from the face of the earth. The only thing that can make any attack sustainable is South, South, and Southeast locked into one accord. As one people, then we march and we win. People think this is easy. They think it's take away. You know that different types of places you can go to eat. One, you go and sit down, they start preparing it immediately. In other places, they've cooked it already. Our people, that's what I'm saying about, that is, the problem with black people is their lack of foresight and understanding. That's why they drink water from pure water bag, from plastic bag. People don't reason very well. They don't even understand English language. We want you to carry out action. So the stopping of election is not. So you've not heard them, everybody crying about the Igbo people, what they did. You stop election and then they still want action. The action you're asking for, which is war, have you contributed to the purchase of the guns and the bullets? The answer is no. And he wants something. Mad, insane people. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Son is talking like somebody who is in a cage. Don't like people who are weak. From the sound of the voice, you can detect weakness. A very weak man, indeed. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Obin Namia. I'm calling from Enugu.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm very happy for what you are doing for our country, Biafran. And I can see that many people is calling to speak like they're not Biafran. I believe a real Biafran man will speak like a Biafran. And in fact, I'm very happy. I'm happy to get you this morning. And the only idea I would like to put into this suggestion is some people used to talk, let us take action, let us take action. Action without packaging, I don't think you get exactly what you need. Let us plan ourselves first before action. Let us package ourselves and connect ourselves together. And when we are together, and everybody knows that I am Biafran, we will get exactly what we need. I'm very happy for you. Thank you very much for our work for us.
Thank you, and also for your very sound advice. If we commence our march, say tomorrow morning, there are people in Biafran groups called Pro-Biafra looking for information to sell. Some of them have started the foundation in a village, and they want to finish their houses in the village. And they're hoping that they can use Biafra to be able to make that possible. Some of them are very hungry and very poor. There are no jobs anywhere. So Biafra attracts all manner of idiots. So you sieve, you look for those who are serious within. That is why this very meeting is critical. Very, very critical. What's today's day? Is today Wednesday or Thursday? We have a very crucial meeting coming up tomorrow of all pro-Biafra groups. They call it pro-Biafra groups. I gave permission for IPOB to attend, for RadioBiafra to attend, and for us to go and make some things very clear to some people. How we intend for this thing to run. And I understand that there are some people working with APC Boko Haram that came to the last meeting, and tomorrow we shall make it very clear that we don't want to see them at any future meetings. Because most of you are saboteurs. You claim you want Biafra, but you don't, in truth and in every honesty. You don't want Biafra. You are lying to yourselves. You are looking for information to sell to the enemy. So you are, I'm a Biafra, I'm a pro-Biafra group. I lead this very group. They are looking for information to sell. That is why we have to be very, very cautious. Even your average Igbo man in Abuja or Lagos is looking for information to sell. So that he can answer churros for one. These people you have to be very wary of. Therefore, our planning has to be meticulous. Down to the letter. We continue. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, Director.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Chibiki and I'm calling from Igbo.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I'm very happy to get you people. I've been trying you people since, but I haven't got you. I had one person this morning saying about we should go and sell. We are talking without action. But Director, I say that before you do anything, you have to prepare. We have to keep ourselves very well before we do anything that we are going to do. So, my own advice here is those people that are saying that kind of thing, you should ignore them. You should ignore them. Don't just look at them, because these people may be distraction. They may be sent by Boko Haram to come and invade in us, so that we know what we are going to say, so that they will distract what people are doing. So, I'm so interested and I want to join the Biafran army. So this is my number. If you can call me anytime, I'm ready to die for my country. May God bless you, Director.
And you too. Thank you very much. He's in a very noisy place. Who has written this? When you write, to give us your name, please. Okwara Christian from Enugu has written. Please read this out. There's nothing as powerful as intellectual revolution. Once that is achieved, it naturally directs the physical revolution, and that will mean fighting with knowledge. Boko Haram did not just start with bombing. The French Revolution did not just happen. There was a planning stage. This is the stage we are in right now. If we exit this stage successfully, then the order will be history. If we bypass this stage and march, then believe me, there would have been no difference between the days of our forefathers and ours. Remember, knowledge is not power, but applied knowledge is. Well written, isn't it? It's a masterpiece. They don't know what we are doing. I said it before. We want to fortify before Islam goes out to kill. They first of all soak you in Quran, tell you Allah said this. Why do you think that a graduate will come out and go and join ISIS to go and fight? Because they said Allah, when you go to your madrasa, your Islamic school, they soak your brain with go and kill a Christian, go and kill a Jew, kill a Christian, kill a Jew, all maybe for 15 years before they prepare you. So that when you go into the battlefield, anything you see, you kill. That's a Christian. That's why they're successful. And their pot never runs dry in terms of recruitment. But you wake up one morning, oh, let's start marching. You people will be the ones to say, when we march through your village, oh, we don't know what they're doing, oh. What did you call Nigeria? Oh, because we don't know who they are. We don't know what they're doing. Agaramunuka school in Igbo. I studied like school. Agunu Joronjo. Bad people. I know you very well. Igbo. Ndushi. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, Director.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
I'm calling from Abam Solomon and Chuku Solomon. From Biafra and Anambra.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Azibo.
Thank you.
I wanted that day in our first load. I thank God that someone to God bring someone like you, because this step now is the best step, because nothing past information. Anyway, do the wire television, do the wire radio, Boko Haram television, Boko Haram radio.
Yes.
But I want Kenya we need one. So more happy now this one. And more one got happy. Anyone want a contribution? I'm more game. So make sure that I'll on that television down the air. And then want a Biafran television, Biafran radio. I will be happy very well.
Yes.
So I'm more check a billion. You go to August. August namono there. Lose. But you I get lose here.
He say.
Namono go. I also why you are namono go. Lose here. New one I go lose here. And the. Well, to match anybody. I want the time to do that from my side. I want match the Jumobodo. Now, Ben Naka match Jumobodo. Match share down now, boss. So we're ready to match any whoever come up, both as a quarter and his people. We're ready to match them down. Those impact on them. So I'm interested. Any entire this is my number. Any contribution, I'm more interested to make sure I did this thing go forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And as I said before, we are going to publish our own newspaper. We will go on TV as well. Hey! If I also, he will use his leg and just run away. He was Rike. What? Well, I'm not going to touch him. I won't touch him. So says you, only the truth. And you see the vagabond scamper away. We are live and we are there is Radio Biafra. If you are not used to education, you know, buying and selling, that's what it does to our people. And then you fail. We have never failed before, and we don't intend to fail now either. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. The network is very bad. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot. They cannot either. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, not at all. Not at all. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning.
Turn your system down. I know you don't listen. It's in your nature. You don't listen at all, at all, at all. At all, at all, at all. Interview where? In which newspaper? Okay, he's a radio station called him. You know what? Okay. They said that Wazirike wants to give interview today in a radio station. Can they get our station up and running, please? You know what? Tell them I said that immediately. I want it up and running this very morning. Let's hear what the bastard has to say. Because I said on the air yesterday that we are moving our station from where it is. So he knows we are going to be off air for one day, you know what. He wants to go and speak. I want to get back on immediately before 2 p.m. this afternoon. He's a fool. The bastard. He wants to hide and announce something. I want Owerri functioning before 2 p.m. today. This is Radio Biafra. They don't know who we are. Because I ordered for our relay station to move. Where it is, goof. I said I want it to move from there. And he's using under the cover of darkness to go and speak to the people. No, we say no to that. We are coming back live this afternoon. Mad people. Insane people. A vagabond and a thief. Ifajun of our time. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, Director.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
Yes, my name is Pt.1. I'm from Aba.
Thank you. Your voice is very deep. Please come out. Don't put me on speakerphone, please. Speak to be direct.
All right, can you hear very well now?
It's better now. Please go ahead. No speakerphone, please go ahead. All
right. The first caller that just called from Aba, I thank God that many people are putting him where he belongs. I don't want to talk too much about that first caller. But there's a statement that he made. He said some of the things he is saying is true. Please, I want him to call back and tell us some of the things that you are saying that is not true.
Thank you. I forgot. I wanted to ask him. I actually forgot. He said some are true. I don't know the ones that are not true.
Yes,
oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
So let him call back and tell us the one that are not true, so that we can see put him through. Director, I'm so happy. You know, something have not moved me before. You know, I've not moved by anything before. But since I began to listen to Radio Biafra, you know, I'm moved. I'm telling some of my friends about Radio Biafra, and they are telling me how can big boy like me, how can these people get me so cheap? You know, and they are claiming that they went to school. I say, is it not the same school that all of us went, that we cannot even produce anything? And the truth have come to the air now. You don't want to listen to it. They are telling me that I'm a big boy. You know, they should not push me into Biafra of a thing. I say, come, this is true. When you hear the truth, you will know. You know, so, you know, this Wazirika have, you know, spoiled many things in our mind. That's why many people never want to believe us. My director, in this Aba, we are having problems of this boycotting election.
Yes, go ahead.
You know, this is the first time they brought an Ungwaman to Zimbabwe. So if you are telling them to boycott the election, all of them don't want to believe. All of them want their brother to enter there. I have preached to them. They say no. This is the first time Ungwaman wants to be a governor. So why are we telling them to boycott the election? I say I was trying to tell them that from the day you have been voting, the date, have you ever achieved anything? You know,
and what it is, because they are black people from Africa. Why do you expect them to reason? They are black people. That is why they are black. That is why they are from Africa. Because of their inability to reason. Since you have been voting, what have you gotten? The answer is nothing.
Yes. So, my director, you have to preach more. You have to preach more on them because you know how we are. You know how we are. Like this morning, I was telling my friend, when they are calling you monkey, you don't believe it. But you are drinking certain water. You open it with your mouth and drinking it. You're supposed to put it in the cup. And they are calling you, okay, throw certain water to monkey. You see how you drink it.
Exactly like them.
So when they call you monkey, you should not be angry. Accept it and change.
Simple. Accept and change.
If you are telling me, please turn the radio off. I say, if you don't want to listen to it, forget it. You understand? So, Director, I thank you. Continue. I'm not going to say that let's begin to march now. No, let's prepare. Let's prepare. And the information you're giving us, we love it. We love it so much. And I'm one of the members of the family in Abaya. I believe that that with God help, we'll achieve what we are fighting for. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Those that value knowledge. It's the first. These are graduates, so a graduate of political science. It's the first time Ngwa people are producing somebody. Why don't we go and vote for Ngwa person? I don't get it. I do not understand. And they went to school. They are graduates. Now you see why the whole education system In fact, every university will be knocked down and rebuilt. And build something that when you see it, you know it's an edifice. A citadel, not a glorified secondary school. Mad, insane people. If you are the caller on the phone, can you hear me? You are not paying attention. I wouldn't expect anything better anyway. This is Africa. People don't listen to simple instruction. Yeah. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, this is the children, so calling from Enugu, Biafran land.
Thank you, Thomas. Yes, go ahead.
Director, what I have to say is this. If our people, I myself, have been preaching this gospel, I've been preaching this gospel in the place where I'm working. But these people refuse to hear. They are not calling me Biafran. Yes, I say yes, I'm Biafran. Is there any way in an they have to learn through the hard way. This is what I have to say. Thank you, Director.
Thank you very much. We are not. There are those of them who will foolishly be consigned, or should I say, removed to the fringes or to the margins of what we are doing because of their stupidity. You know, now I understand the reason why they have different classes of people in Europe. You have the upper class, you have the middle class, you have the working class, and you have those without any class at all. It's because if you mix everybody together, that becomes contamination. If your bright child is in a school with a complete imbecile, it drags them down. Can we go for the call now? We have a caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Director, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Your name and where you are, please.
Yes, my name is Felicia Uzamaka Ejezie. I'm calling from Bende.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
In Bende, local government of Biafra state.
Thank you.
Director, I will say to myself that I'm overwhelmed with joy today speaking with you. I've been trying for a long time now to get connected. By His grace, I am lucky today. Thank you very much, Director. All that you have been saying on Radio Biafra, I am hearing it, and everybody, even the whole world, is listening and hearing too. The truth is that in Proverbs 4:24, it says, never say anything that is even true. Have nothing to do with lies and misleading words. I've been searching and looking, all that you have been saying to us. All of them is the truth. And I'm gathering the whole women here in Abia to make sure they join you, because it is the truth that we can only follow. When I say joining, I mean that even in Luke 22:36, it says, but now, Jesus says, whoever has a purse or a bag must take it, and whoever has no sword must sell his coat and buy one. Director, I must be truthful to you. I am training myself. I will even say that right now, I am a Biafran soldier, Biafran soldier on my own. I'm a warrior now, and I'm a member of a team of Biafra.
Wonderful.
I serve the people right now in the United States of Biafra, and I live the army values. Director, I know the army values. We must stay together and fight this duel to a halt and make sure we free ourselves. The Biafra restoration must come now and not tomorrow. I am disciplined. I am physically and mentally trained, Director. I'm proficient in my own warrior task and drill now. We will never quit until we fight this duel to a standstill.
You say?
Even I will never, you say, our living comrades, and the women and men, we will wake them up this time around. We will protect ourselves, our arms and equipment we are being given. Director, I am telling you that if they need our helping hand, all of them, even here in Biafra, our men and women, we will give it to them. But if they're mistaking our kindness to be weakness this time around, Director, we will gun all of them down. You know why I'm saying this? Because most of our people have turned to be saboteurs. They have joined the zoo in killing us. Their soldiers and their police. When they see their brothers or when they are being sent on errand to come and kill us, they will come. All of them, they are our enemies. They will gun them now. The women will even disgrace them. Are you hearing me, Director?
Loud and clear, so is the whole world.
We are guardian of freedom and the Biafran way of life.
Of course.
We are Biafran soldiers, specialists. This is a free world, and we must live to it. The Hausas have done their best in their own past, but right now they will never live to do that again. The women are telling them they will kill us and then turn around and say that we are one. We are never one. We are never one in everything. Oh, Director, the women are with you. We will fight them to a halt this time around. They came with their guns and their knives. They burned our churches, our houses. They killed all the Igbos. And when they turn around, they say we are one. We are never one. We will fight them, in with our knees. And we call Chukwuabiama to be with us. Director, when you see what they are doing, oh my God. Even in their surah, their so-called, what do they call it? Their Quran, where they say Muslims are commanded by Allah to slit the neck of anyone who did not accept their teachings of Islam. And they have come here to Islamize us. And according to their verses, they'll be helping Allah. How can you be helping your Allah in killing Christians? How can you be helping your own God if that God is a living one in killing fellow Christians? They will continue burning our churches, but they don't go in and burn their mosques. They have come again. This time around, they will never succeed. Even the so-called Gowon that is turning around to kill his own fellow Christians in every way. In fact, let God help him not to come to Igbo land. If not, he will never go like that. It's no victor, no vanquish. All along he has been practicing it. Even promised us, they call it 3 R's of rehabilitation, reconstruction, reconciliation. Not even one of them has been done in Igbo land, in Biafra land. And now he wants to come again. He is the one that collected all our mission schools and gave to the government of the zoo. And now where is he? Even in his own state, Plateau State, he's on fire now. This is Lord of Karma, Lord of Justice, retributive justice and nemesis catching him. His Lantan, Sandan, Yerewa, Izem, Naraguta, Barikin Ladi, all of them, they're on fire now because of what he has come to do to the Igbo land. He will never go unpunished this time around. God will see him through in killing him and all his own people because of what he has done. Is it Babangida? All of them who are now terrorists, terrorizing or bringing Boko Haram into the zoo to continue killing my people who don't want to hear. They want to build their mansions in their own place instead of building it in their own. Babangida, what he has done, even in killing Delegiwa, what he did in killing even the victims of Halikulot C-130 crash of 1992, we have never forgotten. We are all fine 120 fine officers of that rank of major upwards perished just like that. He did not even stop there, took $21 million and pushed to OIC in order to enroll us into Islam. He's talking, he can never succeed. Even he's the one that rubbish our money by collecting the so-called IMF loan. We have never forgotten. All of them, they continue messing the Igbos about when they say one Nigeria will be going to Sokoto, Meduguri, Lagos building, but they do not come here to build. They will even live here, and yet they don't want to pay for rent of this and that. When you are going forward, they continue drawing you forward, backward. How can we continue following them? We can never, Director. I assure you of that. Even David Mark himself that did abandon property, only in rivers. He left Kanu, Kaduna, Plateau and other areas. And his wife is busy taking our money to Swiss bank to go and bank it, and they come and tell us one Nigeria. He will never succeed. Director, I'm telling you, we are with you. The whole women will come out and tell Obama. And then is it Cameron, they call him or what? I don't want to know. They do not accept Islam, but he wants Islam to be here. Even Buhari, we heard that he's coming tomorrow to Imo State. Director, this time around, we're not going to vote any of them in. They will just dance around and we flush them out. Director, I said, be determined, be courageous, be very upright, objective, truthful, resolute, and strong. No evil will ever befall you. Whoever touches you, Director, himself, his family, all of them will perish.
They know that.
I assure you of that. We'll never leave them unpunished.
Of course.
Just be strong. The women are with you. Carry on, Director. May the Lord of hosts, Chukwu Abiyama, protect and guide you and your family until the restoration of Biafra is restored. Thank you very much, Director. And God bless.
And Chukwu Abiyama bless you to stay on the line, because people are saying that you're bringing tears to their eyes as you're speaking. You are indeed a blessing to Biafra. We are richly, deserving of your presence in our lifetime, to be honest, to be able to fight this fight with you, with a woman who is so educated and so fluid. My goodness me. Very, very intelligent. You know, I love intelligent people. They drive me mad. I fall in love with anything intelligent. I love intelligent people. And this woman is intelligent. Very, very intelligent. I love that. Thank you very much. We are humbled. I am humbled that you managed to speak to us this day. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much. Is one and trying to speak to us? Get hold of him, please. The super coordinator. Anything one and cannot organize is not worth organizing. He is awesome. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? They cannot hear me. Hey, I am so happy. Hey, yeah. I threw a challenge to Ifajuna and he took the bait. I told him he cannot speak live again. They're announcing that he's going to speak live on Saturday. Hey, yeah. It's like a lamb to the slaughter. A lamb to the slaughter. He's finished. Because we are going to be back on, when are we, is it this evening or tomorrow? Can I watch it? This evening? Hope we'll be back on this evening. We have moved it from we want to secure it very well. And then we wait for Ifajina. We go head to head with the idiots trying to, oh my goodness me. They are finished anyway. Finished, completely gone, dead and buried in the ocean. This is Radio Biafra. We are live all the same and direct. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Director.
Good morning, my dear brother.
This is Nze Onyemuche from Aba.
Thank you very much, Nze. Please go ahead.
Because of the first caller that wanted to insult himself, I just want to read this place in Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to the word, it is because there is no light in them. Sir, you are bringing light to the people. And a lot of people are reeling in ignorance. Ignorance is that darkness. Look, if our people knows what is happening in the mosques, that they have been planning for decades to run over the east and the south, they will not have to say all these things. I think that man is in darkness. That's why he spoke the word of darkness. Well, he needed to go to the spiritual laundry house where his brain will be refabricated, where his brain will be washed and cleansed of every darkness so that he can speak well. Please forgive him because he doesn't know what he's doing. As per Gawan, if Gawan is truly born again as he is professing to be, glory be to God, but he should have come out to clearly apologize to the Biafrans that, look, he has offended for not accepting Aburi conditions. That's one, but he has not done it.
So where is the born again? Born again, is it born again out of hypocrisy or born again in spirit and in truth? That's another one. I must say that I thank God for people like you and the crew, the Biafran crew working with you. I mean, I see them as men, extraordinary men and women. Because if they are not, they too could have been saboteurs. But I thank God for them. So I also thank God for you. But you see, one thing is this. If the Igbos, if the Izons, if the Efik and so on do not sit up, you see the rain that is about to fall, it will soak and drench them all. I remember what Ojukwu said in Lagos when they built international trade fair shops in international trade fair complex. He came there and saw thousands of lock-up shops. He mounted the dais and where the Igbos and everybody were jubilating. They waited for him to speak. He said, "Una futugo miya neruni, akuna futugo miya neruni, ogamunu, ogamunu." Onyibo is waiting. Onizo is waiting for the rain to beat him before he will start scampering for safety. But that time there will be no cohesion. But if we have a unified voice, I think that the man from outside will have a rethink before attacking, before destroying our churches, before building mosques to corrupt us. Because if they radicalize our boys and girls, sending them to Sudan and other places, bringing them back here, time will come when our fellow brothers will destroy mosques, churches. They will destroy churches while we are in the churches singing and praising God. They will burn churches, kill people, and we will be wondering why our own brothers are doing this. Why? Because they have been radicalized, and that time it will be too late. Finally, sir, it took you almost, if not more than 20 years to study delicately and intricately the things that you are vomiting right now. But do you know that many people also, it took them more than 20 years, 30 years of learning and reeling in ignorance and stupidity, as you used to say. Please forgive such ones. Another thing is, some of them could be cooks when Biafra starts. Some of them could be tailors when Biafra starts, where others who are men are fighting in the war front. It's a shame to such ones. However, you can manage them as cooks when the time comes. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
And thank you, Mechukwu Abiama. Well spoken. I like intelligent people. I've said that before. I have no time for idiots. I like people who are learned, who understand what is happening. I will go on here because this action nonsense is getting a lot of people upset. This one is from Michael Chibike from Aba. Let me explain to that very first caller very well. We complain that BBC and CNN, including other social networks, have refused to talk about Biafra. The radio Biafra is talking about Biafra. The printing press is around the corner. The transmitter is available to launch, and our TV is also coming so that we can offer live broadcasts so that the whole world can see us and talk by force. That's our action, and the battleground is the last fight. And well spoken. So, there was something. What are you expecting? What I mean is that some of you are working about answering Biafran names, but you are Awusa by nature. That's what I mean by Awusa Meganya. That's the meaning of it. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? This is Radio Biafra.
I can hear you very clearly. Director, good morning this morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay, my name is Uchechukwu Ngobo. Last night I called you and I was upset concerning the comment of Buhari, the terrorist in the land of Biafran land. And this morning, well, to God be the glory. We are marching forward to get what we want and what God has ordained for us to, to get in this land. God will surely fulfill it through you in Jesus' name.
You see?
And this morning also, Director, I don't have much. one thing happened to me. I was passing and I saw a woman beating, his child. And I was asking, woman, why are you beating the child? She said, this boy don't want to speak English. She don't want to say, this boy don't want to speak English. He don't want to speak English. I said, English, because of English, you want to, destroy this boy. English. So, in Igbo land now, everywhere, even in the Igbo Port Harcourt, you will see people, forcing their children to speak English, while their own language is just destroying. That is what, even in the school. Then later when I came back, I asked one of my sons, say, is it this thing happening in your school also? Yes, say yes. If you did not say, if you did not speak English, you pay 100 naira. I say, in the school? But you, director, I know you in the land of Biafra, you went to school. But now you can, speak in English, in the way that even people who have, forcing their children to speak English in the school. And they will go to the school and also go to university. And when they come back with zero English. They cannot even stand to speak English. So today, I am weeping concerning such a group of people in the land of Biafra, forcing their children to begin to speak English. And also in Aba here, if you go to Aba, you will never see an investment of an Hausa man or a Yoruba man. One of my friends is a bank manager. When he was transferred back to Lagos, one of the property he had, he sold it. And they took his money back to his place. So it's only our people who cannot listen. They cannot even know what they are doing. So this morning, I am shocked. With shame of what is happening to the Igbo race and so-called Biafran in all over Jew. This time, they cannot learn. They cannot understand. So, director, I say keep it on. God will surely take us to a promised land, where he has already ordained us to be, in the land of Biafra. And I want to sing a song to the people who cannot listen. Excuse me, sir. Let me just give this song. Chime, Oboto Wanka Siridi. Chime, Oboto Wanka Siridi. Na mmadụ na-ahapụ ihe nke ọgba n'aka, na-achọ ihe dara mmiri. Na mmadụ na-ahapụ ihe nke ọgba n'aka ya, na-achọ ihe dara mmiri. Ndị Igbo na-agbasi ihe furu efu, hapụ ịchọta ọdịmma nke Biafra. Bụ nke Chineke nyere anyị ka anyị biri n'ime ya, ọ bụ ihe mwute nye anyị. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Do you see why Radio Biafra is different? We never follow any script. People come here to speak their mind, both good or bad, depending. If you annoy people, they slaughter you. If you say something meaningful, they praise you. One on is with us, I presume. The very super coordinator himself. I have some details to give to him, including a new family in Sao Paulo, which I need to transfer with him. Sao Paulo is in Brazil. And also the contact we made from Bolivia. Very, very important. One on can you hear me? One on is no longer with me. Is that correct? One on any, can you hear me? Please bring, it's not that easy. Please bring him back. Bring him back, please. I want one on any to please come back to us. Very, very important that he does so. One on any, can you hear me? If you can, will you please, I crave your indulgence, come back to me. Please answer it. Can you hear me? MAZI one on any, can you hear me?
Yes, my director, I can hear you. I can hear you. This is Ikenna Wananenyi. I'm calling from Los Angeles. I'm from Obahezaji in Imo State. My director, I'm really very, very happy. I know people over here have been, it's been very difficult getting through, which is a very good news because it means people down in the Biafra land are, calling and doing a very good job, and we appreciate that. Although it's kind of really getting hard for us to get through. Anyway, Director, what I'm calling for, number one, is to let you know that we are trying our best here, doing a very good job in terms of evangelization. Canada is growing very, very well. The zonal coordinator in Canada is doing a marvelous job, and Canada has now registered with the Canadian government. What happened, they had a registration before, but somebody commandeered it and to let us use it, and I think you know that person, So we went and registered. So Canada is fully registered right now with the Canadian government.
Wonderful. And so hold on one minute. For those asking us how many countries know, you are now confirming to the whole world that even Canada, we are now registered with Canadian government. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Solid.
Wonderful.
Yes. Then Trinidad and Tobago is growing rapidly. I had a conference meeting with them last Sunday. They are doing marvelous. We have more members now coming up in Trinidad and Tobago. And also in St. Martin's Island, we have a family in St. Martin's Island. St. Martin's is in West Indies. Yeah.
We have a family in St. Martin's Island in the West Indies.
Yes, my director.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and thank you. And I'm using this opportunity to request for people who are in South America, especially people who are in Bolivia, Brazil, Argentina, Jamaica, Haiti, Belize, Honduras, to give me a call. Any person who is a Biafran family or who wants to join Biafran family or who wants to, form a zone should give me a call. And my name again is Ike. The telephone number is 323-717-4222. 323-717-4222. And director, you can give my number over the phone too. They know how to deal with our detractors. In case somebody calls from Bolivia or Brazil, Argentina, or Belize or Haiti or Honduras, they should give me a call anytime so that I can get them coordinated. It's about 2:35 here in the morning, so kind of a little bit, sleepy.
I know. We wanted to appeal to Anne, your lovely wife, to please allow you to come back to Biafra land. Has she agreed?
We are working on it. What happened is we are working on it. My daughter is wedding on 18th of this month.
Okay.
Then I have some other things to tidy on, and so I'm working on it.
Okay. Please.
Also,
our congratulations to her, please, and let us know precisely when she's wedding. We want to congratulate her very well, please.
Okay, and also we have two members that joined us here, which is really wonderful because number one, these two members are veterans. Okay, this to show that veterans who are very, very dedicated. They participated fully during the last Biafra war. In fact, one of them, not only that he fought in the Biafra war, he also fought with the IDF. Okay, after that he went over to Israel and fought with them over there. So we are very happy for these two members to join us, and I will use the opportunity to let all the veterans who participated to come and join us. We're going to need a lot of experience from them. So I'm very happy to get these two individuals joining us in Los Angeles, Texas. Then I have a small little bad news. We lost one of our staunch members here in Los Angeles. His name is Uche Madino. He left us. He's been the care member. He pays restoration fund. So he died about a week ago. So we're trying
That's
to get
very sad. Is it from natural causes or was he shot dead by a white policeman?
No. He died of a kidney problem.
We're very sad to hear that.
Yes.
Yes, our hearts go out to the family. Yes, please plan that very well, please, with your lovely wife, so we can have you back as quickly as possible, please.
Thank you, my director. And also, I want to use the opportunity to say that Chukwu Abioma is guiding you, guiding all our tough men and women of steel down in Biafra land, and we're going to enhance and make sure we give you all the support. The money for the satellite system is going very, very well. A lot of members are responding. So thank you, my director, and may Chukwu Abioma bless you and bless Biafra. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Our super coordinator, the very finest of them all, coordinates people the way no other person can. The way no other human being can. Very, very formidable. Our North America representative, South America and Australia, the only person to represent more than one continent at the same time. Thank you very much for that. I want to Okorocha have said something about Oba. Okorocha is supporting the killing of Igbo people in Lagos. I need the information immediately. Somebody sent it to me, but I lost it on Facebook. I need that information immediately. Okorocha is supporting the killing of Igbo people in Lagos. I warned you people that they are bad. This is what Okorocha had to say. Hey, I told them Oba's threat to Igbos in Lagos is justified. As Okorocha says, Igbos are ungrateful to Lagos. APC is the party that has protected Igbo people's lives and properties over these years, according to Okorocha. The Lagos APC government has the power to make life unbearable for all Igbo traders and residents in Lagos. And you are in one country calling yourself, you are in one country calling yourself one Nigeria. When I say these things, I don't want Chukwu to be upset with me. Because I want to see Biafra. That's why I will not say anything. You know what it means? You people make me sick. You think you know, but you don't know anything. The worst idiot in life is somebody who goes about thinking they know something when they know nothing. This is the man some of you are saying, oh, well, your man, oh, well, your daughter, oh, well, your sister. We're going to, well, it's not on now. Chai. I will preach this gospel again when Owere comes back on. This is a breaking news. This is to tell you how evil the mind of an Igbo man is. Especially one with Hausa blood. I told you people that Okorocha is not even Igbo. He's an Hausa man. Some of you think he's a joke. Oh, they're just saying it now. State. Very, very sad indeed. I will continue. The Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, has thrown his support behind the Oba of Lagos, who threatened the Igbos residing in Lagos of death inside the lagoon if they fail to vote for APC. Okorocha is a Muslim. He's now showing his hand of Islam. Okorocha is supporting the killing of Igbo people in Lagos should they not vote for APC. The news is here. It's international news. There's something I keep saying on Radio Biafra. Anybody I tell you is bad is bad. Eventually, anything that comes out of this radio station is gospel. Eventually, it comes to pass. Give it a few weeks. Anything we say on Radio Biafra is corroborated independently somewhere else. Okorocha is supporting the killing of Igbo people. And he's an Igbo governor. He's an Igbo leader according to the terrorist elect. You know what? Look at how they are bringing people that kill you to tell you that they are your leaders. Also known as Zorahia before. I continue. The Imo State Governor Wole Okorocha has thrown his support for the Oba of Lagos, who threatened the Igbos residing. Okorocha is supporting the killing of Igbo people. My God in heaven. Okorocha told pressmen in Imo State after Buhari's visit yesterday that the Oba of Lagos, Chineke, that he is defending the Oba of Lagos and pointed out that the Oba of Lagos was not totally wrong in insisting that Igbos must vote for Mbode. My God in heaven. Are you sure this is correct? The link is here. Oh, brother Jesus. My goodness me. I will continue. He went further to echo that Igbos should not portray themselves as ungrateful people. The only way they can show appreciation is by massively voting for APC, the party that has protected their lives and properties over these years. Hey, whoa. Oh, my God. So it's not actually the zoo state, Nigeria, that is protecting Igbos. It's a political party. Hey, whoa. Hey. The Lagos state government led by APC has the capacity to make life unbearable for all Igbo traders and residents in Lagos. Hey, yeah, they're calling them traders. Hey! Without Radio Biafra, Igbo. I don't know what to say. Can I make here? Can you use make here and you're like I don't know. I don't know what to say. An Igbo man, not an Igbo, somebody bearing an Igbo name is saying he is in support of Igbo people being killed and thrown into the lagoon unless they vote for APC. Unless they vote for APC. Can you believe that? Hey! Okorocha. Hey! Ewo! Igbo nto. Igbo nwe mmadụ. Unu kpọchiri si ebe apụ ndị ala. Unu nwe mmadụ, unu nwe Okorocha. Supporting your killing and your death. And on Saturday you go and vote for Wole. He beat roundabout. Mad people.
Hello?
The caller on the phone, can you hear me? This is Radio Biafra.
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Thank you very much. Very well, thank you. Please go ahead.
Right. I've heard what the breaking news is concerning the comment Okoro Awusa made concerning the statement of Lagos made. Well, we should know it very clearly concerning those who are for us and those who are against us. As far as the sovereign state of Biafra is concerned, I know that we are not going back, and there is no force on it. Even the brothers of the houses, the Western world, put together cannot stop us because God has already ordained it. And so I want to appreciate what you have been doing, and it is very, very clear that our brain have been distorted over time because of the condition the House of Fulani has pushed us. We are now like beggars in our own fatherland. So we need a lot of time to get these people, these Biafran people, educated. It is very surprising. You see somebody who claims to be educated, to be reasoning, as somebody who hasn't seen the four walls of the school. It is not surprising because this is the situation we have found ourselves in. And so don't be deterred. There are some people who will discredit you, distract you, but then we have a focus. You have our support. There is no any amount of force, no amount of intimidation by the president-elect that can deter us. We are on the move. We are moving. As far as God is behind this project, we cannot fail. We will always prevail. Thank you, Director.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
God is your strength.
Ise and yours also. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And this morning is no exception. We are coming to you from Biafra land, the holy land that Chukwu Abiyama gave to his children, whose children, Okoro Awusa, have spoken. He is in support of your death at the hands of Yoruba. I told you, why are you going to go out to vote? These are the same people that will turn around and, I don't know. No, man, because you people, I'm tired of you people. This is Radio Biafra. We'll continue to do our work as Chukwu Abiyama ordained us to. And that's all we can do. Man. You people are annoying. Igbo people are annoying. People that think they know that know absolutely nothing. Is supporting your death. Somebody you voted for is supporting Yorubas to kill you. And then you want to go out again and go and vote. Are you not daft? You must be very, very foolish. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama is our God, and Biafra is our nation. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, Director. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please go ahead by giving us your name and where you are.
My name is Kanagirich. I'm from Igbo State, Biafra.
Sorry? No, your line is bad. Very, very bad. Please endeavor to call us back. Try and call us back if you can. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning. My name is Gabriel.
Thank you. Please go ahead. We are listening. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from, I'm a Nkanu man. I came from Nkelefi in Nkanu local government under Enugu State.
Thank you. And where are you now?
I'm at...
Have we lost you? Hello? No, we have lost him. That is what happens here with the connectivity. The infrastructure is hopeless. Very, very hopeless. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, Director.
Good morning. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Obi. So the person that called, the reason why I called you back because of what Okoro Awusa just said.
Yes.
I know Okoro Awusa all the way from George, and I know him very well. He's an Awusa man. So people should not take his word as serious because he's the Awusa man. And if Okoro Awusa says something, please, I believe, let us not bring in Radio Biafra because it's not relevant. And there's something I forgot to say the first time I called. I'm saying about everything, we produce everything in this Abba. Believe you me, when time comes, you will see us in action. Thank you, my Director.
Thank you very much. People are now asking Obama to leave Nigeria alone. Saying, I think it's Edwin Clark. He said that that Nigeria remains an independent country, capable of doing its things its own way, in English language, and not according to the dictates of the Western world. Adding, I was surprised that Barack Obama gave Professor Tahiru Jega an award when the elections are still on. Obama he has black blood in him, and he will behave as sheepishly, or as sheepish, I should say, like any other black African. What do you expect? People like us are very rare. I say it openly, very rare. For your information, you are giving somebody an award in the middle of announcing the result of the election. Why are you awarding him? Because a terrorist is now in power to complete the grand master plan of Islam, to Islamize the whole world. Obama. Barack Obama. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They are incapable of hearing me. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, please, your name and where you are.
Yeah, I'm Joseph. I'm calling from Abba Fosfield.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to comment on what is the discussion about this Biafra of a thing.
Biafra of a thing is not of a thing. Do you say a Nigeria of a thing? Biafra is a nation 5,000 years old, older than Britain. How can it be a thing?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, Director. But where I'm concerned is that we need to understand Reuters is not even a problem. And if Joseph is listening to this, it's still like it's an honor given to him. We should include these people and focus in our own, what we really want and what we are fighting for. And we are free and we are waiting to hear an action. What do we need to do? So we're going to start up. Since I was listening to this, my friends everybody we interested. We are like 60 guys around here. We used to put on this radio Biafra and put sound speakers and people will be listening to it. That we don't like it. We hear you calling this name of politicians. It's just like we are honoring them or whatever. So we advise that we leave them alone.
Are you working for politicians?
I'm not working for
Then let me explain to you. Listen, let me explain to you very, very carefully. Listen with the people around you. If you have tetanus infected wound on your leg, festering, that's turned cancerous, do you keep walking because you can walk and the wound is there festering? Or do you cut out the wound and dress it and heal yourself and you continue walking? There is something with our people. Oh, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, let's leave them and move on. There is something called purification. What we are doing is to remind our people of their responsibility to hold to account those of them responsible for their woeful and miserable plight in this zoological republic. Do you understand that?
Yes,
people are responsible. There are people responsible for the poverty, the deprivation, the hunger, and apathy prevalent in the lives of our people. They are the likes of Okorocha. We mention them that you may know.
Hello?
That is why we mention them. That is why we mention them. Not because we want to give them, who are these idiots? We want to remind you why you should not vote. If we don't talk about them, you read about them having bribed their way into the consciousness of the corrupt journalism that obtains in the zoo. You read about them doing wonderful deeds, allegedly, that is hopelessly non-existent. And then you want us to spare them. We are not going to spare any evildoer. This is Radio Biafra. We don't spare anybody. I am not Owazurike. I don't print plate number. I don't mint Biafra currency. I don't print Biafran passport. I don't print Biafra t-shirt. We tell you hard facts and truth. Honesty is yoku. You may not understand it, but that's what we preach here. Somebody is supporting the killing of Igbo people and you think it is not newsworthy? Lord, have your mercy. Have mercy. Ojizokalo, Theodoji, Nwobodo, Iwanyanwu, Atonzeribe, Rochas Okorocha, Achiku Denwa, or Hakim, just all of these vagabonds, Martin Elechi, the one in Enugu, all of them doing one work to make sure that you remain in poverty. You are calling from Aba. Do you think Aba became the way it is today out of divine providence? No. Somebody made Aba to be poor. Somebody made Aba, turned Aba into a rubbish bin. What is the name of that person? Theodore Oji, your governor. We don't cover up any mess here. We are Radio Biafra. The truth is spoken. Okorocha is bad for our people. The reason why it appears he is survived because you run to Okorocha thinking he will give you connection to Buhari because you are betraying that classic Igbo threat. That is why you people are poor. And a wretched, cowardly Yoruba man can stand up and say, I will drown you in the lagoon if you don't vote for me. Before we make a decision on Radio Biafra editorially, we know what we are doing. In the end, even you too will understand it. This is Radio Biafra, the caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my director.
Thank you very much. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Eza Zubike. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. To give thanks to Kukubioma and also to you who volunteer yourself, your time and everything to do this great work. Because it is not easy. People will see it as something so easy. You know, people will be even talking anyhow they like, because maybe a chance is being given to talk. But they will not know that this is a great movement that God himself have already arranged for his people to be liberated. So keep on doing your work. And the way and manner you talk to people and find out everything is to the great understanding of the people who want to understand and who is giving the knowledge of understanding. Because Igbo na senator is want to call na neji okudire aneji oluike na pepia asumta want to call buru onye ahuru anya ka na apakaremba. So as a matter of fact, our people have been intimidated by so-called zoo leaders. Brainwash them that they cannot understand the truth. Neither did they know when they are being cheated or even when they are being chased to go and fall into death. For example, hello?
We are listening. Go ahead and say what you are saying, please. We are listening.
Thank you. For example, I listened to the comment of Oba of Lagos. It is Igbos who vote to APC. Igbos are being religious people. Every day, every Sunday, they will go to church to worship, and they read the Bible without having the understanding of what they read. If they are very, very clever, they will see that this Oba of a person is this person of who intimidates Federal Mission about Nego. Intimidates Federal Mission about Nego. What is the name of this person?
Is it? I don't know. So, who is the king of? Is it the king of? Is it the? Is it Babylon? Nebuchadnezzar.
Who intimidates Mission about Nego that they must worship the God. That is exactly the bit to Igbo. That if they fail to vote that party, he will kill them and throw them into lagoon. Is it not the same thing? The Nebuchadnezzar that if the Misha worship the Lord, they will kill them and throw them into burning fire. It is the same history that will be repeating itself again. So it is left for the Igbo whether they will worship the God of their father or they will fail to go and worship Islam because they don't want to die. And being so stupid, look at in Aba here. The whole Hausa that is here left the town, went back to their place to go and vote. But Igbos are there, wanted to vote to anybody they like. How do they think that they will not be intimidated? Well, that is for them. And it will not stop God to do his wonderful work. I have great announcement for all Biafrans. All Biafrans too should listen wherever they are. If anybody should tell you, if anybody told tell you that Biafran will not take place, that is deceiving. Almighty God himself have already arranged this very battle and bring Moses to lead the people out of intimidation. I must say this, my commander. In the year 2010, when Goodluck Jonathan was struggling to, when the war was struggling to put Goodluck Jonathan as an acting president, Goodluck sent delegates to the Holiness of. He told them that it was written in the paper, I have the header, one that I will call, I will read it out. He said, Goodluck, that you are going to be the acting president. And after that, if it pleases him, for him to send him a second time that he will go. If it pleases not the Father God, that he will not go. That nevertheless, that God have already arranged how Nigeria will be. He said by the year 2017 that Northerners will go. It is written down there. That Northerners will go. That God have already made it that they will find resources, mineral resources that will see value than the oil. That will not agree to hand it over to the government. They will decide to use it and build their own country. So God have already planned that Biafra must be free. You are a great Moses of our time. So I know that Northerners will never allow Yoruba to go with them, and they will not come with us. So leave them with the 3 C's and all those things. When the time comes, we know who is who. Hello.
We are listening. Please
Hello?
Go ahead. I don't interrupt when people speak. Go ahead.
Okay, and again, I want Biafran to know that this Africa is a great nation, a great place made by God. There is a lecture. You have been giving lecture every day. My father said that school is not only that place they used to read BCD. The school is everywhere. A wise one learn everywhere, even in the main roads. There is 2 things I gather. One, that Igbo is a language, not people. Again, that Africa is not our name, but our name is Ethiopia. If I want Biafran to know that this great Ethiopian, big Africa, is a blessed land, and the great Moses received the power from this Africa before going to deliver the children of Israel. If you read Numbers chapter 12 from verse 1, Numbers chapter 12 from verse 1 to 8, that place is written that Moses married an Ethiopian woman. Then his brothers and sisters was against him, asking him why. Is it only him that God used to speak to? God rise up and call them before the temple and appear before them, telling them, Moses, that if there is prophet, that other prophets hear from dreams and the vision, that Moses will speak to him mouth to mouth. Read that one, a massive from an Ethiopia. In the olden days, before you marry to somebody's daughter, you will serve the person according to the years agree with the father of the girl you wanted to marry. When Moses ran out from Egypt, he went to Ethiopia. He wanted to marry an Ethiopian daughter. He decided to serve the Exodus chapter 3 from verse 1 to 8. It was written that it is when Moses took the sheep of his to the forest, that's when he meet the burning bush. Which means the burning bush is from Africa, being great Ethiopian. So we are being intimidated by white men. Because Arabian is from the white man country. They should have been made a place we will come there and celebrate every year for the place Moses received the power. It is in Africa. Go and read the 2 places. Let African, Biafran, and the whole Africa, let them go and read them so that it is in Africa. Moses received the power to go and save his soul. Today, another Moses have come again, which is you, my director, who the Father God has sent to go and save the Biafran. And Moses conquered that very time, so shall you conquer this hour.
He said,
in the name of Chukwuka.
He said, do you mean to say, do you mean Joshua or Moses? Because if I'm Moses, I wonder what Ojukwu was. Because I did not bring in Biafra, Ojukwu did. So if I'm Moses, what was Ojukwu?
You are the sender of Moses. My director, don't worry about the Oba and the zoo. If Obama is watching and if Obama is with his correct sense, he will know that this is no more democracy. A king will gather 2 people, tell them that if you do not vote to this place, it is intimidation. They are under control. They are not voting from choice. There is no more choice. So if possible, the Igbo had on her nails and leave, as they used to call themselves, to shoot this man to court, and he will stand undertaker. That thing happened to Igbo from whether it's him or not, he will be whole responsible. If they are living, they know what they are doing. They continue they disorganize them, and they continue to disorganize themselves in their village. You will see a family, the 3 people rise up, say they want a community. After getting autonomous community, one person will rise is the king, the chief, and this and that. They will go to join Ohanes and Igbo, discriminating themselves, putting confusion among themselves. But I tell you, my director, during the time of Moses, Pharaoh and his army thought that Moses and the children of Israel will end in the Red Sea. Reaching there, God performed his miracle with Moses. They crossed. They wanted to cross. Pharaoh and his army wanted to cross to the perish in the Red Sea. So those that will be against Biafran, and they will say that Biafran will never be. So they will receive the same thing happen to Pharaoh in the name of Chukwu Diama.
Thank you very much. And on that very wonderful prayer, where Chukwu Abiyama destroyed the armies of hell by drowning them in the Red Sea, so will every Awasa Fulani Yoruba army be drowned, those that attempt to come after us. We have preached this very gospel this very morning. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven, having received our prayers, will continually bless us. That is why we say that Biafra is our religion, and here on Radio Biafra is where we worship, because Chukwu Abiyama is God. He will guide, bless, nurture, sustain, and keep each and every one of you and your families. But more importantly, Chukwu Abiyama will bless Biafra. Thank you very much for listening. As we reconvene again later this very evening, 8 p.m. or earlier, from me, from here, this very second, it is good morning.
We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious.